Vet Group,
On a left foot step and goal, and there's Maribel's first.
Gleeson Real Estate,
It's a goal, and it's another one.
and member for South West Coast, Roma Britnell. Game day on Fitz Media Live.
Welcome to the Allansford Recreation Reserve for District League football. Great to have you join us wherever you might be tuning in from as we get set to see the Allansford Cats and the Kolora Noorat Power go head-to-head. Reserves grade football at the moment, and the Cats certainly have it under control here at the moment. And, of course, we're live over to the netball as well. So if you would like to check out the netball as well, make sure you have a look at that. Joining in commentary today is Paul Walker and Nick Mills. Walks, how are you, mate?
I'm going okay today, Liam. How about yourself? It's a bit chilly. What is it, the 5th of July? So we
Happy
should be
4th of July.
Yeah, well, the Kelly was celebrating all week with their All Things Yankee.
They were.
So it was a fantastic evening down there Wednesday night. We went down there for some tea. So, yes, 4th of July yesterday in America, today in America, because obviously they're behind, and yesterday here in Australia. So
Absolutely. And also joining us in the broadcast position today is the great Nick Mills, fresh out of some twos umpiring action. Millsy, have to be said, mate, you do look like you're a bit fitter this year.
Well, fresh wouldn't be a word many people would use. For
How's the quad? How's the quad?
The quad, still a bit of awareness if we were going to stroke ourselves like they do in the big time. But that happens when you're 39 and the only exercise you do is chasing the footy around and try and kick barrels on a Saturday.
For those that don't really know what we're talking about, you're probably not alone, let's be honest. But Millsy had a quad injury a couple of weeks ago.
did you really?
Unfortunately,
He kept that quiet.
Unfortunately, couldn't get himself out there to umpire the twos, but made his return today.
Yeah, first came back, so yeah.
After a spell.
Yeah.
After a spell, yeah. I was hoping it was a 6 to 7 week injury, but unfortunately I was
Yeah.
required.
Well, maybe what you should do is not turn up early.
Well,
Or when they're walking around looking for volunteers to do jobs, just go and hide somewhere.
Well, you talk about showing up early. He was on night shift, the great man, and then wasn't really required here, but his phone was already going off, but thought, well, I may as well just be there and come out anyway. So,
and just getting coffee deliveries
He's getting.
from.
He's just
are
had.
you serious?
No,
He's
it's
just
just
got a
got-
coffee and a Jack Daniels can.
Mixed together.
She didn't want to
Yeah.
stick around to talk about her
Yeah.
best on game last week.
Now he's barking out orders for food and everything.
I assume something will come my way. Oh no, the mayor's not here today. Eddie's
Isn't
not
he?
Here,
Oh.
not here today. So
I tell you what, though, I went over and sampled one of their pies from the
Freckled
Duck.
Can't get
My fur coat, are they good?
You're-
Oh,
There you go.
oh, they were, yeah.
I can tell you. Anyway,
And didn't get too many crumbs and no meat stains down the front of the top, so that's a win for me.
Didn't offer to buy me one. But,
Well, I did tell you where I was going. You just didn't.
Well, no. Well,
I said I better go and get a pie.
Yeah, well, I
and you
didn't
could have said, "Oh, do you
get
want?
me
Can
one."
you get me one?" You didn't say that.
Well, you could have just got me one. I shouldn't have to ask you all the time. I mean, come on.
Well, maybe if you just asked me, I would have just got it.
Goodness out of your heart.
Anyway, back to the football.
What's going to happen today, Millsy?
I just want to talk about our last episode of the Selectors. I went on a bit of a rant.
Yeah,
Had a great time.
Yeah.
Obviously, the fossil Neil Kelly, who we can see out there running around today, paid attention because he launched a couple of delicious barrels from fullback.
Oh, good on you, Ned.
So he took heed of your advice.
I don't know if Ned listens to anyone, but
No.
there was definitely some barrels, and it made me a happy man.
Well, that's good.
He's a man of his own fruition. Is Ned?
but one
very,
of
very
those-
handy footballer in his day. Like he's got to be pushing 50.
Got to reckon. Definitely pushing 50, and he's played for pushing 50 clubs.
He has too.
Yeah.
Allansford being one of them.
Yeah.
More clubs than Jack Nicholas.
He's had the Allansford boys.
He was
kicked it to
coached
us.
too. He was
He
coach of
coached
the
the
twos.
twos. Coached the twos.
And a bit of around the ground actions. Fitzy, the Bombers are 4 points down at half time. Nate Caddy's got 3, Ethan Reid 3, and Ben King got 2 goals late in both the first term and the second. So the Bombers are putting up a bit of a good show,
Millsy,
considering
it's
they're playing under 18s.
It's a lucky you haven't been here, actually, Nicholas, because some of the profanity that's been coming out
There's
of Paul
been a few-
Walker's mouth while watching the Bombers.
What is it? Horn toots. So
Yeah,
if
well-
I reach across Millsy, it's not for for
Millsy-
anything else other than the toot the horn.
Millsy thought you actually were giving him a toot at one point, but he was
Yeah.
actually tooting the Bombers.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I'd made a good decision for once.
No, to be honest, mate, I did. Actually, I did watch a little bit of the reserves footy as the siren sounds and Allansford run out comfortable winners, 19-16, 130 to 2 goals to the power.
Look out.
Long sleeve bloke for Allansford, he would have probably kicked 4 or 5 goals, wouldn't
Oh, Jeremy Ellis.
Yeah, he moves pretty
pinched a
good.
few off his teammates too. He's a known goal cherry picker.
he? Good
Cherry
on him.
picker.
Yeah, no, he's
As
leading,
every
the,
good-
leading
as-
the goal kicking by a
as-
considerable margin.
As every forward should be, a good old-fashioned cherry picker. Got no
Um,
dramas with that. We're on Goal Watch today.
Yes.
Big
What-
fella, like, and this is a match that is two ends of the spectrum. Like, Allansford have lost one game to Collegians, and their percentage is 261, and Kolora at 58, and they're still in the mix for the final spot in the final four. But obviously, Allansford have scored 750 more points and conceded 590 less points. So I'd imagine that Kolora would have to bring their one wood all day today to stay in this contest. There's a bit of a wind favouring the Ziegler parade end.
It's probably it'll give
Probably
you
a 3 or 4 goal
three
breeze.
or 4 goal breeze when you get out there.
But Allansford were kicking goals up to the Princess Highway end of the ground in the twos. So obviously it just boils down to who stops the Allansford forward line. Hare's got 67, coming off 12 last week. Grish coming back from a bit of a spell, from what the paper was saying, with 36, and Rani Jamieson with 19. So it's a pretty potent forward, like we saw last week out at Noranda with the Merivale front half. It's going to be a pretty good indication. Like, Allansford can make a statement today. They've got to make up a little bit percentage, like obviously getting that rest in the first week of the final. A few sore boys. Just talking to Aidan Gordon before, he was a bit injured, bit hurt early last week, so he'd be looking to get through the game unscathed.
Just noticing too that Paul Walker's doppelganger Hugh Worrell's out there umpiring today.
Yes, Hugh, Ash,
Doesn't stop.
And Rebecca, her name is.
Rebecca, yes.
Yeah.
Millsy, we're looking at Big Harry at the moment on camera. How many goals is the goal for this lad today? How are they going to? Is he going to try and get the 10, or what's the go?
Well, no doubt he always aims for the big bags, but what he has been doing well lately is actually bringing Charlie Grist and Rani into the game as well. Obviously, we saw Lachlan Ray get to his feet a few times last week and get 4 on debut.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to see Harry kick 6 and
Give off 5 or 6.
Give off 5 or 6 myself.
Come on!
I'd like to see
missed it.
Paul Walker and Harry have a goal off one day. Just set them up in the forward line and just see who can kick the most from inside 50. Millsy, we could do something for charity,
Mate,
or something.
I'm probably inside 35 now, mate. 50, I couldn't kick it over 50 metres.
We could set something up, Nicholas, don't you think?
I think we could.
I think
that'd be good fun, actually.
If he, it looks like he's going to be pretty closely matched for the goal kicking this year. Maybe we can do something oh gosh, we're going to be hearing this all day.
People
Millsy.
will think he's having a stroke or something.
Absolutely.
I'm looking forward to actually. So I've talked to a few of the Kolora Noorat coaches and assistants. And I think Paul McSween will get the first crack. Socks up, you'll like that.
Socks up. Socks
Like
up.
number 28, two the black socks pulled up. Looks like a
Well,
footballer.
and Robinson, he's a socks up kind of guy too. Is he out there? I can't see him.
Yeah, Robinson.
Yeah, over in the corner there,
Yeah.
over in front of the scoreboard.
Yeah, he's
and here he is here, McSween. I wonder if he's in relation to Kenny McSween. He's from down that way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I like socks up. And as you look around at the Allansford players, disappointing Allansford. You need to take a few of these boys.
The hoops don't do any good for the midriff or the calves.
Dangerfield wears his socks up.
Does too.
Yeah, but he's fit.
Yeah, that might be why I wore my socks up, because that's the most fittest part of my body is my calves.
Well, actually you've been mentioned a bit in our little chat, Paul, this week, particularly about one of our umpiring mates looking at potentially losing the mullet. We saw him last week, Millsy.
Did you find out his name?
Connor Ryan.
And
Connor Ryan.
Young Connor.
Congratulations to the young fella.
School captain.
So, Millsy, what's the story? If you tuned in last week, you would have seen young Connor's flowing mullet that got Paul Walker's attention quite a lot, but it's coming off, Millsy.
Yeah, well, from my reports of my nephews,
from your sources,
from my sources, which are my two nephews.
Yep.
Student elections were held, and he promised that if he was elected
that
school
was part
captain,
of his
he would
promise.
trim the mullet. So
he's school captain.
It was running around in the under-18s game earlier today, but it might be the last time we see it.
And then
so he's out here today?
No.
Oh,
that's a shame.
That's a shame. It would have been good to say goodbye to the mullet if indeed he cuts it off.
Oh, we have to have some kind of a
send-off,
a commemoration for it.
So just before we move on, we've got a couple of really big milestones, Fitzy.
Yes, there was.
Where do we start? Well, we'll start out here. Katie Monaghetti.
Doesn't get much bigger than that.
250 games for Allansford.
Amazing effort.
On top of 130 games.
135.
135. So she's moved up to 385 league games. That's a huge effort.
Which we might have to have a look at the board and discuss, because
I reckon
senior games get your life membership, but 385 lower grade games apparently doesn't qualify you for anything league eyes, and I think she's done more around your club.
If you've played 385 games of netball at a senior level, it doesn't matter what grade it is, you should be recognised as a life member of the league. That's a huge commitment to the sport, to the club, to yourself, training-wise and things like that. So, and the super sportswoman herself, obviously she's been a star of the competition netball-wise, but she's a very, very handy cricketer as well. Steph Townsend, 250 league games at two clubs as well, obviously Noranda and Old Collegians.
Amazing effort.
Super effort. Harry Pappas, 200 games at Rovers. Cody Wagstaff, who we saw last week, and I believe they're both pointing. I don't know who won the toss, but
Kolora
kicking down to the Ziegler parade head. Cody Wagstaff and Wilson Lenahan both play 100 games for their respective clubs at Noranda and Mary Vale. So.
Well, boys, we'll take a quick break, get ready for our first quarter, because we're not too far away. This is WDFNL Game Day on Fitz Media Live. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back shortly.
If you're buying or selling a home, Gleeson Real Estate are here to help. The hard-working team at Gleeson are happy to support you right through the buying and selling process. Gleeson Real Estate, friendly faces, expert local knowledge.
Matco Hire for all your hire needs. Portable ensuites, generators, toilets, and introducing Matco's new Genie 20-metre boom lift. Matco Hire, everything you need in one location.
Hi, I'm Roma Britnell and I'm your local Member of State Parliament. Together we can make the South West Coast an even better place to live. But I need you to let me know what's important to you. Only then can I truly understand your aspirations and be the best representative for you. Feel free to drop into my office and share your thoughts with me. I'm also online at romabritnell.com.au or catch me on social media. I'm here to work for you. Let's make it happen and let's make a difference.
At Nutrient Solutions, we're here to help you go further. Further in innovation and technology. Further in advice and solutions. Go further for the community. In sustainability. And for the future of our industry. With Nutrient Ag Solutions, there's no limit to how far your business can go.
Welcome back to Game Day from the Allasnford Recreation Reserve, and we're set to get going for this battle between Allansford and... Turn your phone off, Paul Walker.
I did.
Just
Sorry.
Focus on the task at hand, because we're about to get started.
It's getting blown out here. It's 63 to 48. So.
Well, we might be able to just give it a rest just for a couple of minutes. You never know. Yeah. Millsy, final tip, boys, and a margin, please, before we get going.
Allasnford by 13.
Ooh, tight margin.
Goals.
Well, there you go.
I can't do that sort of maths. We know that, Paul.
Jeez.
That's, what's that? 78 points.
All right. And Paul, what's your prediction?
I reckon it'll be a tight tussle for the half, but I think Allansford, just with their class, and they need to make a statement to the rest of the competition that they are the real deal.
Okay. And what about Harry Watch? How many goals for Harry?
We see Nathan Weiss. Nathan Weiss has gone to Harry.
Yeah.
Now, so
there's been a few number changes.
Young fella will get the first crack.
And it'll be umpire Jennings to throw the ball aloft, and it'll be
Jamison and Wallace.
Jamison
gets the tap only as far as Cahill. He can't go there. Gathers now. Throws it on the boot wide. Just gets it out of his area. Does the veteran Louis Cahill. Bounces up nicely. Oh!
Slips over. Does Max Kavanagh.
Good strong tackle there. Edge. Smothered off the boot.
It'd be pretty willing today to start off with.
Oh, absolutely. Kolora have got to show that they're not. Well, they're a powerhouse club since they've come into the league, and they don't want to be easy beat, so they're not going to lie down and take. Wallace gets a good tap there.
Down to Kavanagh. Kavanagh, quick kick forward, looking for Kavanagh with an E, but it's that man Ma, the mid-season transfer from South. Didn't realise that it was actually Jonah Ma. I know Jonah Ma, but didn't put two and two together. That's how stupid I am.
I can't wait to watch Caleb Kavanagh in person after we gave him a wrap up on the selectors the other week.
Yeah,
then gets an article in the paper.
He did, yes.
Right on our coattails, I would have thought. The standard.
No clear winner in the tap, and it's Gleeson overrunning the ball, but it'd be a ball up just outside of Kalora's forward 50, and it's Jennings with the ball. Ball's thrown up. Wallace, no clear winner again. Ball in dispute. Kavanagh out to Lewis Cahill. Cahill looking for Fred Beasley, but couldn't find him. Big punch. And there's the man with the socks up, Paul McSween. Gonna love him today.
So my man Jake Evans said McSween will probably start down back, yet he started at full forward because they've gone with the wind. I think they've just gone a bit of height with the breeze.
Yeah, try and win it, and it's tapped down, and it was Drake. Clearing kick, only finds Cahill. Balks around one, kick on its way, but it's a bit narrow, and it'll be Bull who just rushes it through for a behind, and that's the first score of the day on the Gleeson Real Estate scoreboard. Solitary point to Kolora.
Edges kick, misses Swan. Swan can't gather, just taken down to the ground. Got a free kick. He didn't have the ball, says the umpire. So Swan takes a free kick. It's a short pass to Ma. Oh, no, that is Rani Jamison. It looks sort of similar, those two.
He does. Robinson, defensive spoil out to the outer wing.
Obviously your second favourite player on the ground.
Oh, well, socks up. And with black socks up look better. We were talking about the hoops before, but socks up just looks good. Henry Kanar, the token redhead out. Oh no, there's two. You got Fred Beasley out there today too. He's another redhead.
Wallace gets a tap to Cahill. Cahill's hold, no free. Picked up by Gordon. Handball smothered. Hoffman goes back, just harassed nicely by Robertson, but he's got time to kick to the middle and finds Gordon.
Aidan Gordon off the half back line, looking to push it long, looking for Mungine. Mungine wheels around on that left foot, kick inside, looking for Hare, and
fantastic front position.
Good interception by Weiss.
Harry didn't look like he was even interested.
Well, if it's not in the box that is his massive chest.
Drop mark there by Marshall, but good enough to butter up and finds Webster Bamford. Webster inside, but it's Wallace. Just a little chip. First to react was the Allansford player, and Brown just punches it forward. Good tackle by Max Kavanagh, and again by Josh Brown. Ball is not coming out of there, and Huey Worrell will said, "I'll have it, boys," and he'll throw it up.
Ambitious little switch inboard early there from Bamford, Webster Bamford.
But hit the target.
But he must have had a great junior coach who taught him to take the game on.
I'm sure that it was by you. There's nothing better than a bit of self-promotion.
At least you could have been you, Paul, that I didn't know about, but I didn't think that was the case.
No. Kavanagh, quick kick forward, and it's...
Good fist from Edge.
Kavanagh.
Gordon kicks across.
Dangerous kick across
Finds
goal.
Lee. Lee handballs out wide to Kirkwood. Kirkwood again to Bull. Back to Lee, who misses it. So he's going to come back the other way.
Messing around with it a bit, Allansford
Gordon.
here. Gordon with that cool head on his shoulders will find Hoffman.
Looks like a nice footy to kick. I think I might go smell it at quarter time.
Go and smell it. Well, don't laugh, Liam. That's what you do.
Good.
Footballers do silly things, and cricketers do silly things, and golfers do the same.
Oh, no.
Gordon got one high. Yeah,
I was never much of a
Morals.
footballer. I definitely wasn't much of a cricketer, and I'm sort of some kind of a golfer, and I know I do lots of silly things there.
Kate Gordon comes out wide. Ruben Swan's a target. Can't mark.
Ethan Weiss tackle and has been rewarded with a great
Grist went
tackle.
round too many times there. Charlie Griston didn't get rid of it.
Kick inside, finds Max Kavanagh. Looking for the socked up one, mixed swing, but intercepted.
Oh.
No. Good courage by Gordon. Where's the help? No help. And umpire, I think her name's Rebecca. I did hear as a walk, but don't know her last name, but asked for the ball. And it looks like Nate Caddy is lining up for number 4. Potentially no, had to give it back.
Jamison flicks it back to Gordon. Gordon goes out wide, leaves the target, bounces at his feet, but he's got time to pick it up. Throws it on the boot to Day is the target,
And it
but
just
well
held
marked
up,
by Henry
held up in the
Knarrs.
wing there, didn't it?
Henry Knarrs back in today after a week off, and a beautiful switch outside to Caleb Kavanagh. Might keep his stats. He's had a few touches early. Good. Looks inboard and finds
Charlie Scanlon.
Scanlon's kick. A great kick to a leading forward.
That'd be Max Kavanagh there.
I reckon
with
it will be.
Long sleeves.
And sort of socks almost up.
No.
No, just short legs, mate.
Short
No,
leg.
They're
that's
who is it?
Oscar Ritchie.
Oscar Ritchie.
Wrist.
Under 18.
I believe so, yes.
Here he
As
goes.
he comes in. We've got 3 redheads in the team today, have Kolora.
Another
Red boots.
SHB financial stat.
Ritchie, kick on its way, and it's good.
Looks good. It's
That's
a great
fantastic
goal.
kick by the young fella. And that gets Kolora off to the start that they wanted, and it on the Gleeson Real Estate scoreboard sees Kolora Noorat 1 goal, 1-7 to Allansford, yet to score.
When you think of the future of your business, what is it that you hope for? Ways to grow? Ways to be more self-reliant? And always be one step ahead? Are you looking for a partner with solutions to complex business problems? Well, no matter your goal, with Nutrient Ag Solutions, we'll help you go further.
Good tap forward from Wallace. No one wants to pick it up. Just going to scrap around. Kavanagh racked up big slinging tackle. And my ball says Ash Jennings. Could have been a sling tackle there from Jonamar.
It could have been. Could have been.
Some weeks they're hot on it. Some weeks they're not. Wallace gets the tap again.
Down to Beasley.
Beasley's kick across. Can't get past McFarlane. McFarlane's held free kick. Centre to the ground. Allansford. Handball's quick to Zach Jamison.
Jamison
Jamo
inside
looks
forward 50, and it's
Xavier
Mungine.
Mungine with a nice mark right
Too
on the
early
50.
there. Leading out was Charlie Grist.
Acting skipper today.
Acting skipper. Well, the actual skipper's hopefully tuned in overseas on holidays. Here's the target.
There he
Too
is.
big and
Hair
strong.
in the square. Just too big, too strong. He's going to be on the angle here and have a shot from 5 metres out.
Now, if he wants to go around the corner here, I got no dramas with him going around the corner.
I was just going to say, where do you stand from this position?
Yeah, round the corner, only because of where the wind is, but Hare is good enough. He'll look to just step out a little bit, open up the angle, but he'll drop punt this through for a goal, I believe. There it is.
And it does. So Robbie Hare gets his first of the day. You are on Harry watch.
We are on Harry watch.
One goal straight, 6-1-1-7, Gleeson Real Estate scoreboard.
Fitz Media Live is the Southwest free on-demand streaming platform. It's the same as any streaming service with no costs. It's free to download, free to register, and free to watch our local programs, including Southwest local news, The Full Story, Silver Ball Sessions, and 4Y. Fitz Media Live also brings you special events. You can also use Fitz Media Live to stream to your TV. Fitz Media Live. Download it today.
Just a class finish by Robbie Hare there. Just took his time, thought his way through it, and
He kicked through it. Sometimes he gets in close and he doesn't kick through it, and it turns to absolute shizen.
Yeah,
and he kicked through it there.
Jamison and Wallace again in the ruck, and it's Fred Beasley down to Kavanagh, out to Lewis Cahill. Cahill back to Kavanagh. He's probably had four or five touches already. Over to Max Kavanagh.
Good strength in the tackle there from
the
Louis Cahill.
Good strong hips. Over to Kavanagh with an E, and the ball will trickle out of bounds in front of the Social Club, the old grandstand here out at Allansford. Round the grounds, Fitzy. The Bombers are 2 points in front.
Look out. And where's the mayor today, Nick Mills?
The mayor is in Queensland driving trucks.
No doubt.
Getting hay for our farmers.
How good is that?
Aldridge picks up out of the pack, flies it out wide to Swan, but can't take, and follows up his hard work. Wrapped up by Kavanagh. Ball up right on the boundary line in front of the great Neil Smith in the grandstand.
Very hard to see down there. And it looked like
Jamison snaps it out of the pack to Mungine,
who started quite brightly as
Aldridge,
well.
Good handball to Ma. Ma breaks the tackle. Good handball into the middle of the edge. Edge back through traffic, and handball's out wide the way it came. Mungine, a sweeping handball to Gleeson. Not a great handball from Gleeson, but finds Mungine. Kicks backwards to Lee. So they've gone nowhere, and they've got it at centre-half back.
They probably won too many handballs there.
I think so. Oh, just ripped the mark out of his teammates' hands. Would have been a good strong mark from Henry Cannar as Edge has kicked it forward. Cooper Day's the target and marks right just outside the 50. Handball's quick to Lockie Reid. Reid throws it on the boot, sits to the hot spot. Hoffman comes from behind, brings it to ground. Yeah,
Hoffman.
Too high for Hoffman, just a little bit ambitious. If it wasn't, Charlie Griston had his head ripped off in the follow-up.
Yeah. Where's the ball? I've lost the ball.
It's all the way down because it was no advantage, umpire said.
I thought
Rebecca said.
That's why I was watching down there. And then the ball's down in Kolora's forward 50. I think the ball will move quite... You'll have to work really hard going forward if you're going back to the highway end. But you'll be 1-2 kicks when you're deep inside forward 50 going with the breeze. Kolora bringing it out now.
And he's missed his target completely and found Mungini went to play on. Oh, he did play on. Absolutely.
Well, good on the...
Xavier's got away with one there. Kicks, Day's the target over Day's head. Strong mark there and play on by
Kavanagh. Kavanagh will bring it out. Mungine. Good block there by Bull on
handball in by to Bull. Bull to Gordon. Gordon just throws it on the boot. It's still a hot spot. Charlie Grist the target. Grist.
Good,
Geez, he has hit the deck hard. Probably had enough of it to nearly be a mark. It would have been a...
Ooh, a bit unlucky there,
It's
Charlie
almost
Grist.
a Kelly Screamer.
It was almost a Kelly Screamer. Hair.
I'll let him know later that he dropped the Kelly Screamer. To
Weiss.
Hoffman. Picks up.
Dribbles kick along the ground.
Oh, just didn't turn early enough.
No.
Give it a chance. No, but that's okay. You needed to do it
No,
there.
it was out of the pack, out of the play. Fantastic effort.
The dribble kick is when you're running into an open goal unpressured and you dribble it and you
I
miss
would
it.
never know, mate. I was always just someone who'd run along the wing and then fall over before I even got to kick it.
Bamford kicks it out. Good, lovely kick.
To
All by
Scanlon?
himself to Scanlon. He turns, looks up, goes down the wing to a one-on-one.
Oh, that's almost a free kick.
Almost
No,
a free
play
kick. I
on.
thought it was a push there. Aldridge and Robertson.
And umpire Worrell has pinged, sucked up one. Robinson and
That's
McFarlane. McFarlane will bring it back inside forward 50, looking for Day, but as the ball holds up in the wind,
Coots gets a quick handball out to Gordon. Gordon, handball's intercepted. Well done there by the Kolora defence. Lee's wrapped up in a strong tackle by Jack Carlin. Oh, Bull might had his fingers on the ball and it's been hacked off the deck. He said, "Oh, that hurt." But a good strong mark from Edge in the back line.
Finds Mungine now. Kick hits Charlie Grist without breaking stride. Wheels back onto that right side, looking for Hare in a one-on-one. Big Hare's got strong hands, and that's a great mark by Robbie Hare.
It was 30 centimetres to his advantage and
to the
perfectly
perfect
weighted
side.
spot.
Perfect kick, good, and great kick by Grist. Good intercept mark down deep in back, and then the skill of Allansford bringing it up for Hare, lining up for his second goal. Should have the journey coming in. Very, very great.
Bang. Hare's got his
routine.
second.
That's a great kick for goal by Robbie Hare. And that's his second goal for the day. And on the Gleeson Real Estate scoreboard, seeds Allansford lead 2 goals, 1-13 to Kolora Noorat 1-1-7.
Hi, it's Rob from the Vet Group. Heifers are the future of a dairy herd, and the Vet Group is here to help your heifers meet their potential, whether that's by monitoring worm egg counts or mineral levels, or designing a vaccination calendar to help prevent infectious disease. Our techs and vets can make things easier for you on farm by weighing heifers, assisting in synchrony programs, and teat sealing heifers to prevent mastitis at calving. The Vet Group, making herd care easy.
Great play by Allansford.
Fantastic football. Set up quick movement from the back line, wasn't it there, Orcs?
Just skills, hit targets all the way out, and the ball's in dispute. Beasley gets it out, and there's been a trip there going in way of Scanlon, I reckon. Scanlon kick inside looking for McSween. Good body work. No.
Touched off the hands,
but it's Brown. Quick snap on goal by Josh Brown, and it's to the near side.
Now I asked club treasurer Matt White doing the flags today. I told him to be like David Roden. He's not so far, so he's failing.
Have you ever seen Mattress do a backflip?
I imagine it's in his wheelhouse. Big kick. McSween brings it to ground, but it's roved by McFarlane. Hoffman. He runs in. He plays on.
It's almost a 50 against.
Probably should have been
Kolora.
50. Day's a target. Good strong mark by Cooper Day on the edge of the square. It's a kick to Hare. It's not the greatest kick to his teammate's advantage. Harry's wrapped him up like he was looking for Mr. Gilmore's jacket.
It's just probably rushed it a little bit there, did Cooper Day.
He plays his best footy when he takes it on, Cooper Day.
Yeah.
But Bamford's handball goes out wide again to Nick Marshall.
Holler for a Marshall.
Jonah Mark. That's probably 50 as well. They're manning the mark a bit aggressively when the man's been told to stand.
Stands.
Spoiled over the back and have rushed behind.
By what? Weiss.
Not
Wise. I do apologise. Last time we did Kolora, I was calling him Wise, but it's actually Weiss.
Maybe Liam's team sheet should have the...
Hang on, my team sheet. I don't even generate the team sheet.
Geez, you nearly jumped through the speaker there, didn't he?
Maybe you should.
Oh, goodness me.
Kicks
It'd still be bloody wrong.
Well,
Charlie
instead of leaving it for me, who's illiterate.
Has out wide to Scanlon. Scanlon takes him up, looks in board. He goes down the line. A great kick there. Finds Wilkenar. Lovely bullet-like pass.
It's going to be a lot easier kicking it to the Ziegler parade end or the.
Absolutely, I was unleashing them from the kick-ins.
McSween now.
Just so you know.
Really?
Yeah, felt like Brendan was standing about 15 metres too
Could
close.
we see a barrel from the back line today?
Okay, let me get the journey, Brendan. Good slow play out here.
Good slow play. Finds Robinson out on the outer wing. Back inside to Cahill. Numbers favouring McSween's back in there. Fred Beasley leads up. Great mark.
Beautiful.
Great kick by Lewis Cahill. Finds Fred Beasley, who's been in and out all year with dodgy groins, sore groins.
So distance may worry him with the sore groins.
He got one early against Collegians from inside the square out at Kolora, so he probably got the journey. Just kicked this up. He'd be like hitting a driver down breeze. Just tee it up and let it just ride on the breeze. Beasley now coming in. Kick on its way from about 45 metres.
Looks
good.
good.
The distance.
Distance is good.
And he's got the accuracy. Great finish by Fred Beasley. And that's Kolora's second goal. And scores a level after 18 minutes here out at Allansford. 14 each of 2 on the Gleeson Real Estate scoreboard.
I'm Roma Britnell. I'm working hard for you and for the South West Coast region. I want to know what matters most to you. You can email me, catch me on social media, or visit my office in Liebig Street. I'm here to work for you.
It was just a lovely setup out of the back line there. They didn't get carried away with the breeze and think we have to bomb it long to our tall targets. Just
they were
lowered
patient.
the eyes.
They lowered the eyes and found targets.
It's Jamison and Wallace again.
Wallace.
It's a 0-0 draw.
Good handball by Scanlon down to Robinson. McSween coming out in front was Cahill, where every good small forward be. Snap on its way, and that's another one. That's another one, and that's to Jack Cahill. That's the third goal on the board for the Kolora Noorat club, and that moves them on to 3 goals, 2-20. to Allansford. 2 goals, 2-14 on the Gleeson Real Estate scoreboard.
Netflix plans start from $7.99 per month. You pay $12 per month for Stan. Disney Plus costs $15.99 per month. And some news subscriptions cost $20 per month. Southwest Local News and other programs on Fitz Media Live are free for you to enjoy, but we need your support. Set up a voluntary donation of as little as $3 per month, and you'll be helping us continue to keep local news and public interest journalism free for our community to ensure we can keep you informed now and for decades to come.
We saw the clearance from Wallace to Cahill. Cahill's kicked forward, but a good strong tackle from Brad Bull on Weiss. No, that's Mick Sween, sorry.
Mick Sween,
My numbers are a bit muddled. I'm just all over the shop at the moment.
Yeah.
Ball up. That might be up there with an early nomination for the QX3 goal of the day.
Correct, yes. For
Oh,
sure.
we might have another one, do we? No, it's gone through the points.
Dribble through for a point.
Dribble through for a point. I was happy with the effort, though. It was just a beautiful bit of roving, that last goal, and a great finish. Comes out wide to Jamison. Jamison goes short. Finds Cooper Day. Long way up the ground, Cooper Day.
And that's what he'll do, Cooper Day. We said last week about Jack Primer leading up at the ball. That's a good mark there by
mark.
Robinson. And that could be a contender for the Kelly Screamer.
Absolutely. One-handed in the end. Just let him held his space.
Just held his weight, and it finds Henry Canar out there on that outer wing. He'll just be patient here. Ball going forward, looking for Brown. Ball pitches in front of Brown. Out to Gordon. Gordon gets around one. Kick on its way. Back inside, and it's intercepted by Kolora. Quick handball out, and they're off to the races. Ma, just a
1-2. The two missed the target.
Errant handball by Rani Jamison, and Jonah Marr will get a free kick for too high. Handball over. No, he's just trying to work his way through with his Jonah Marr. Chip kick on its way, finds Hoffman.
Too much room there.
Yeah, just smart.
Oscar Curran just gave him a little bit too much space. Yeah. So Hoffman
gets around. No, and he pretty much gave himself up there.
Pretty much said, I know exactly what I've done here.
Yeah, that's dropping the ball. Good work. Stayed in the game, did Oscar Curran. Curran now looking for Cahill. Good strong mark by Cahill.
Beautiful kick to Cahill.
At centre half forward. Kick on its way. It'll be a race back, and it'll be Brad Edge to clean it up and bring the ball back in with a little bit of annoyance by Max Kavanagh. And the ball comes back into play. No, yes.
Yeah, it's a Bull.
It's a Bull. Back to Edge. Edge will look for Gleeson in those blue boots and long sleeves. He's very Isaac Smith looking.
He is, isn't he? Flynn Gleeson turns in quickly. Cooper Day's a target. Can't mark, but brings it to ground. Aldridge, a lovely pick up and give to Grist. Grist takes it on. One bounce. On the right boot, just in front of Hoffman. It's not going to sit up.
Kick if
it's
going to
stay in. He's done well here, Hoffman.
You should give it back to him, young Hoffman, but no. And there's Norm Mungine all by himself.
Yeah, the acting skipper in the square, you probably got to kick it to him, but...
Do you?
Grist feels like... Yeah, Grist has probably been well burnt there.
Yeah, give the ball off, but they knew they had the outnumber. They moved the ball well from that point. All the way up for the captain, or the acting captain.
The Hungers surely won't be watching from Thailand, surely.
I know, I wouldn't be.
I know Palla's been taking a few swimming lessons in the pool, so they may be needing a break.
Mungine kick on its way and likes it. And that's a quick reply by Allansford and moves them on to 3 goals to 20. Trail Kolora Noorat 3-4-22 on the Gleeson Real Estate scoreboard.
If you're buying or selling a home, Gleeson Real Estate are here to help. The hardworking team at Gleeson are happy to support you right through the buying and selling process. Gleeson Real Estate, friendly faces, expert local knowledge.
Welcome back here to the Allansford Recreation Reserve. Sees a pretty entertaining first quarter of football, and Kolora Noorat kicking with the aid of a 3-4 goal breeze, lead by 2 points.
So a shout out to Nanette Kelly, who once again is joining us from Casterton, watching her grandson Josh Kirkwood.
Great tap.
A regular viewer.
Regular viewer.
Great work over there at Casterton. Good tap down there by Wallace, and the ball.
Drake just stripped of it. Gordon probably could have been a high fend off and gives it back to Bull. Bull sweeping handball to Drake.
Drake
It
back
just
inside.
lowers the eyes nicely.
Finds Cooper Day, who will just hit up at the ball all day. Mungine, he's had a mortgage on it in this first quarter. That's Norm Mungine. Poor kick going inside forward 50, probably chiseled it too low. He'll get it back here from Jamison. Back to Jamison. Kick on that left boot. He probably should have.
Grist should have taken
what
it.
he should have taken. Good block there by Lockie Reed. Kick back inside forward 50, and it's Hoffman. Handball out.
Ducked the tackle.
Play on. Out to Coots. Back out to Ma, who will just steady up and find Ruben Swan. Just inside forward 50. Chip inside. Don't know what he was doing there. And it's intercepted by... I can't see who that is.
That's Bamford.
Bamford, the man with the hyphen.
He's
looking
kicked
for Fred
only
Beasley.
and Fred
Matey
Beasley,
Murgett.
yeah.
And
good probably
Brad
deserves
Bull
a bit of
hasn't really
remonstration
moved.
there.
Fred's not a dirty footballer. He's only a young kid. And
Yeah, it's 50
metres.
deservedly so.
As we see Fred go back and see if his opponent
Great
is
team,
okay.
great sportsmanship there.
But that's the type of person Fred is. He was just, the ball was there.
Just
he was
a
trying to
footy
spoil.
incident.
Yeah, he probably got a bit of bicep. Those big biceps of Fred Beasley did some damage to
He's a big unit.
And there was a 50-metre penalty. I wouldn't be buying real estate off Hugh Worrell, just quietly.
That was a short one.
Yeah, he was 5 metres.
It was a short one.
He was 5 metres inside forward 50.
Bull probably
no.
should have given it to Hare and misses to the right.
Not sure I would have.
Well,
for Hare being a right footer running around to a left footer's side. But
what would you have done, Paul? You would have kicked the goal,
I
wouldn't
would
you?
have kicked the goal.
Yeah, of course you would have.
Because
Millsy, what would have you done?
I would have missed. That's out on the full there, so Grist is going to take the kick in right on the 50.
ball back inside, kick over on its way, a bit too far for the Allansford
Oh,
player.
Lockie Reed with a fantastic
Good follow-up
tackle.
tackle by Reed on Robinson. Snap on its way by
Jamison, Rani.
Was that Rani, was it?
It was Rani Jamison had the snap.
Quick snap, and there's another behind. As we go round the grounds, Gold Coast lead by 3 points at three-quarter time at Marvel.
Bamford comes out to the Warrnambool side of the ground. Contest can't pick up, picks up now. Oh, it's got a high bump.
That's 2 in a minute
That's
by
2
Fred.
in a minute. He realistically didn't protect himself as he went to pick up the ball.
No, he's followed up with a great smother, did Beasley, and Mungine just jogs after it.
Just want to be careful that he doesn't
around.
get too emotional. You can you do a couple of those and you might get a bit carried away.
Who's that, Fred?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not that type of player. Like that was just attack on the ball.
Oh, you give away a couple of free kicks and then you try a bit harder the next time.
Yeah.
Then you tend to give away another one. As knocked over the line.
If that was in the AFL, that's insufficient attempt.
I was desperate to call one in the reserves, but
why didn't you, Nicholas?
Well, because it was more a skill error than most of the time.
Just for the sake of saying you've called one.
I have called one,
Oh, yeah?
and they're still whinging about it 2 years later.
No, God, 2 years
How
down the
deliberate
track.
was it, though?
Absolutely not deliberate at all, but it was just poor skill. Strong in the tackle, gets the handball as far as Reed. He's pounced on by about 4. Wallace throws it on the hand. Gordon.
That's Cade Gordon.
Cade
back
Gordon
inside.
done well. Just worked under the ball there was Jamison. Good pick up from Grist. Handball back to Jamison again, stripped. Some great defence here by the Kolora boys, but Ruben Swans ran in to what?
Had a perfect opportunity there
Perfect
to
opportunity
slam
to
one
finish.
home. And that breaks the deadlock here at the Allansford Recreation Reserve. Sees Allansford 3 goals, 5-23, leading Kolora Noorat 3-4-22 on the Gleeson Real Estate scoreboard. First quarter brought to us by Nutrient Ag. Today, Fitzy, is that right?
Correct. Kieran and Tim Knoll. Obviously, Knowlesy will be pretty busy today. Don't think he'll be thinking about work too much today out there in the coach's box at Allansford. But great to have them on board, Nutrient Warrnambool and Tim Boone.
And there's the siren to end an entertaining first term here out at Allansford with a good old-fashioned arm wrestle.
That was good.
It'll be interesting to see how Kolora go moving the ball back up into the wind, but they moved the ball pretty well.
But their
going
defensive
forward.
pressure was great.
Yeah, it was great.
Every time they got down to that inside 50, they were either forced a turnover or they got it out of the attack, which is I reckon great effort.
Yeah, it's and they're a young side looking out there. There's a lot of baby faces out there. So
I've just had a quick look on our netball coverage here, and this is some of the best commentary I've ever seen.
I can imagine.
This current discussion is about just the kids just running up a tab while mum's up doing netball and dad's helping out at the football.
Bridget Foster.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolute classic.
Good work, Bridget.
While we're talking about some things around the place, let's go around the grounds for the vet group over to the Mac Oval, with probably the match of the round, it must be said, between Russell's Creek and
most crucial
Noranda.
Game of the year, this one.
I would suggest that would probably be correct.
Noranda don't win, they can't finish in the top 3.
Well, at the moment, it is Russell's Creek 3-5-23 leading Noranda 1 straight goal. So you would suggest it would be quarter time there as well. At the Merivale Recreation Reserve, the Tigers 3-3-21 leading Old Collegian to 1-1-7. So that's another game to look at.
Game, yeah.
And then at the moment, out at the Timboon Recreation Reserve, the Demons have got it pretty solid out there. 6-1-37, Timboon leading Dennington 1-8. And South Robertson and Panmure, their live score's not working. But it looks like we've got the close one, Paul Walker.
Yes, well,
For now. Let's hope it stays that way.
Like we've said, when there's a breeze, you're not going to know the strength of the breeze until both sides have use of it. So, Kolora started well. See how they go into the wind, and I'd imagine Allansford will probably look to move the ball quick and get Hare one out in the goal square.
We'll find out when we come back on WDFNL Game Day from the Allansford Recreation Reserve. Great to have you joining us. We'll be back soon.
If it's time to add a little magic to your flooring and windows, our online catalogue is full of great ideas at great prices. There's magic in a Solomon's floor.
Yes, great. And there's magic in a Solomon's store.
Hi, it's Rob from the Vet Group. Heifers are the future of a dairy herd, and the Vet Group is here to help your heifers meet their potential, whether that's by monitoring worm egg counts or mineral levels, or designing a vaccination calendar to help prevent infectious disease. Our techs and vets can make things easier for you on farm by weighing heifers, assisting in synchrony programs, and teat sealing heifers to prevent mastitis at calving. The Vet Group, making herd care easy.
If you're buying or selling a home, Gleeson Real Estate are here to help. The hard-working team at Gleeson are happy to support you right through the buying and selling process. Gleeson Real Estate, friendly faces, expert local knowledge.
DCM Automotive is your local automotive specialist. Based in central Warrnambool, DCM provide a full range of automotive services, from general servicing through to computer diagnostics and fault finding. DCM do it all. Call Darryl today.
Welcome back to WDFNL Game Day from the Allansford Recreation Reserve. Quarter time here, and it is a very close-knit contest at quarter time. Over the netball, not so close, but some great commentary, as Nick Mills has alluded to.
So, I don't know if it's the commentary itself or the auto-generated captions.
Yeah, right.
But it pretty much summed up my day at the football netball anyway. The kids just running up a tab and just going to work for 60 hours a week to try and pay it back.
You've got all the kids here today, don't you?
All 3 kids here today. I've only seen them when Nara dropped the coffee off.
Yeah, well, that's at least that's something, you know. Disappointed Nars didn't bring me a coffee anyway.
I can organise it. I think Shane is still set up.
Beautiful. Let's put that order in, because I think I'm going to need one listening to you blokes. Paul Walker, your thoughts on the first quarter? Are you with us, or are you still? Is your head at Marvel?
No, I could do, contrary to popular opinion, I can actually do two things at once.
Can you? Okay, fair enough.
Not very well at either of them.
What are you hoping to see here, mate?
Well, I just hope to see Kolora bring the heat like they did in that first quarter, and use their skills like they did. Instead of blazing away, they can't blaze away going forward into the breeze. It does hold up, so I'm hoping their forwards play in front and just be smart. Like they would be expecting Allansford to come back at them and throw a bit of heat at them with the breeze.
Absolutely.
So, but they've withstood it well in that first term.
Let's go with that. Millsy, what do you think this quarter's got in store for us, mate?
Well, hopefully smart footy from the Cats. Don't blaze away. Jake, learn from what Kolora did.
Yeah.
That second goal they kicked was just great.
It was
Lower the
patience.
eyes. 3 or 4 passes brought it within range.
Yeah, it was patience.
And maybe 7 goals our way.
And 7 goals our way.
Pretty
spoken,
the Allansford
spoken
Caps.
like an unbiased commentator.
Goodness gracious.
I think there
me.
might have been a comment a few weeks ago that we might have been a bit biased. I'm unabashedly biased.
Yeah.
I literally cook teas. No. I actually really like the way Kolora Noorat are playing the game.
They
at the
play
moment,
really well.
so-
I just need to quickly refer to Paul, that Millsy has roped in a boundary rider today. We're looking forward to...
Harrison Cram is going to jump on board for special comments and a couple of interviews.
Yeah, I teed up both teams and said, at some stage there'll be a boundary rider come over, and they said more than happy to have a chat.
Have a chat. And
Brett
Harrison's a
here
good kid.
here today to hide. Yeah, he seems to know everyone for an 18-year-old.
Oh, that's good.
And just, the best part, I pretty much told him he was doing it before I asked permission off you, Liam, because I figured, just like my marriage, forgiveness is easier than permission.
Absolutely, mate.
And he goes, oh, geez, I was actually going to ask if I could have a crack. So
Good
there
on
you
him,
go.
mate.
Just worked out perfectly. So once the netball's finished, we'll have Harrison doing some boundary riding for us.
Unfortunately, we're not like the bigger operations and have 50 cameras everywhere, so we've got to wait for the netball camera to finish before we can...
they've got 50 cameras looking at the one game. They're not thinking about the ladies over at the netball.
This is true. This is
and
true.
the backbone of your club as well.
Let's get stuck into it, boys. Second quarter action here at the Allasnford Recreation Reserve.
Good tap from Wallace. Just a bit too high for Gale. Well taken by Fred Beasley. Handball's out.
Finds Brown.
Brown runs forward and comes through heavy with a kick off the deck. Brown, everyone got out of his way.
Just
good
butters
roving
up,
by
doesn't he?
Jamison.
He's got some nice arm on him.
Nanette Kelly's grandson, Kirkwood, just bangs it back down the guts.
Bouncing away out to Swan. Swan back inside, looking for Gordon, but intercepted by Kanara. Over to Cahill, handball over, looking for Beasley, tries to step through a couple of tackles, but no, Kavanagh, Caleb out to Cahill, taking on the tackle.
Oh,
and
it was
that's a good decision there by the umpire. He did take on the tackle and fell over and it didn't get rid of it, and it's Cade Gordon out looking for his brother in Aiden.
He's now kicked it to his brother more than my brother ever kicked it to me.
Aiden Gordon had a bit of an injury last week. Kick inside forward 50 for Hare. Kick doesn't make the distance, and it'll dribble out in front of the bar here out at Allansford for a boundary throw.
Well attended over there. Always is, isn't it, when you think about it?
And just wait till Douglas White gets the white smoke coming out of the fire. The other week there was black smoke, and we weren't sure whether Douglas there was no Pope elected or...
Yeah, I was thinking that. And it looks like the Suns are just skipping away down there at Marvel.
Can confirm Nars has taken my coffee order. Thank you very much, Nicholas.
I get things. I can get things done out here.
Get things done.
I'll pay for it later when
He's
she
a
wants to be
mover and
driven
shaker.
around. Kick forward, head, snaps,
Grabs
hair,
it out of the
goal.
ruck, and that's his third. Now, I would imagine my target when I played at full forward was 2 goals a quarter. I'd be imagining that Hare would be looking at 2 goals into the breeze and 3 or 4 with it today.
Knowing Robbie, I'd bump it up to 5.
No.
He loves a goal.
Loves a goal.
In front of the crowd.
It's hard to kick 5 goals in a quarter, though.
No.
Have you done that?
He's ambitious. I haven't done that in my career.
Fitzy, have you kicked 5 goals in the quarter?
I haven't.
Don't ask him back.
Don't ask me. It's a very sad story. My career in general.
But have you?
I have on AFL on the PlayStation.
Yeah, fair enough.
On the easiest level.
I suppose we'll mark that down. That could be a contender for our QX3 goal of the day. Wallace, just a bit hot for Beasley. Gordon stripped.
Seems to have. He started on the half back line, Aiden Gordon. He seems to have got
Edge,
into the middle.
knocked down, handballs it out. Cahill comes through strong, misses Caleb Kavanagh.
Fred's got a couple of hits coming back his way, and that was probably one of them there. And he's been pinged for holding the ball there.
And both of them weren't malicious.
They weren't dirty,
No, they weren't dirty. So Gordon's kick forward, days the target, just a bit too high for him. Well taken out the back line. Oh, big, strong spoil over the top from Jamison. So we've got a ball up at true centre half back. Ziegler parade end. Jamison and Wallace wrap each other. Wallace just throws Jamison out of the way. Comes out. Caleb Kavanagh throws it on the boot. It's out wide. Brown's the target. Doesn't sit for him. Edge just happy to let it trickle over the boundary line. Boundary throw in. Directly opposite the central commentary position here in the Fitz Media van.
In front of the Roma Britnell sign. Or is it Mako High out there? I can't see it. It's a bit far away from me. This ball's thrown back in. Good contest by Jamison and Wallace. Cahill kick quick off the ground. Quick kick off the ground? Yeah, that's how.
Yeah.
Is that Scanlon? It is Scanlon.
Don't second guess yourself, Paul. Just run with it, mate.
Just run with it. Scanlon, big tackle there, and the ball will be thrown up, and it'll be Wallace and Jamison again. Good to see Wallace back into the ruck. Quick kick on its way. Inside by Richie with those long sleeves and the bright boots. Free kick going in the way of Lee.
Yeah, to hold
out
on
to
Lee.
Mungine. Mungine on that left peg. And Aidan Gordon's got an acre to run. Takes a bounce.
Is that a normal acre or a Hugh Worrell acre?
No, he had a normal
good
acre.
kick, but Jamison couldn't
Just
hold
dropped it.
Dropped it.
Kanar.
Henry Kanar.
Oh, that's an interesting handball, but not paid. And it's out in front of Cahill. Cahill kick over, but is intercepted by Mungine, who will wheel around on that left foot, pumping the ball back inside forward 50. And this is what Allansford don't need
Ray
to do.
picks it up, handballs.
Ah, that's the son of
Simon.
Yes. Sauce. Gun
Gordon.
cricketer was Simon Ray.
Absolutely.
Great kick
from
to his
Gordon.
advantage by Coots.
Did try to kick it to him. He said, you run to
Yeah,
there.
he just told him where. Just kicked it to where he needed to go. Simon Ray played my first senior game of cricket out here against Simon Ray when he just came back from Essendon. Very, very scary bowler. And good on the sledge. And I just laughed at him because he said it's not a test match. I said, I don't know. Well, I can't hit it, so just slow it down a bit.
And then take his 2.5 metre stride out in forward defence.
Great. Hare coming in. Nice kick on its way.
Looks
Likes
good.
It.
Is good.
That's his 4th goal of the day and 2nd of the term, and moves the score on the Gleeson Real Estate scoreboard. Robbie Hare 4 goals of the 5 to Kolora Noorat 3 goals for 22. So at the moment, Robbie Hare beats in Kolora by 2 points.
Absolutely. Not much the defender could do there. That was
Great
just a
kick.
perfectly weighted kick out to his advantage.
Great kick. And he used his body well, and it doesn't matter who you are. He's such a big man and got strong and has played enough football to know where it's going. And that moves Robbie Hare's tally on to 71 for the year. Good contest in the ruck, won by Wallace, but it's Jamison. Dylan gets in the way, out to Beasley. Interesting tackle, and he's been pinged for holding the ball.
Norm was going to give the umpire a spray until he realised the free kick was to him.
Mungine inside, looking for Hare again. In front. Lining up for his 5th, 20 metres out, and that's 6 minutes into the second quarter, I should say. He's lining up for his 5th. Did you say 5?
I did.
This is his 3rd for the term, and he's still got probably 24 minutes to go.
24 minutes at least.
He should
that was just too big, too strong.
Too big, too strong. Good kick by Mungine as well. Hare now, pretty deliberate in his approach. He just doesn't even have to kick this hard. Just kick it straight, and he's missed.
That's what happens when he doesn't kick through the ball.
He's missed.
He took it. He relaxed on it.
Yeah,
and
it looked like it was a bad ball drop, to be honest. Just leant back a little bit on it, and it'll be Webster Bamford to bring the ball back into play.
The hyphen,
and it's all over at Etihad. 22 points, Gold Coast.
So Bamford's kicks along now to under the light tower.
Drop mark there by Kavanagh. You didn't have that last time we were here, the light tower?
No, just been replaced.
My memory serves me correct. You had
There was a portable one. There was a portable one there.
There's a portable one there, yes. So it's been replaced with the more permanent structure.
Shout out to Doug White, power call.
No, that would be Naughty.
Oh, fair enough.
Cabno, he's had his head ripped off by Ben McFarlane.
I knew
free
it was
kick
one
too
of them.
high. Yeah, it was. There was a few blokes involved.
Contributed.
Yeah. Ben Lenihan welded the nice new
Did he?
bracket up.
What did you do, Nick?
Stood and watched.
Supervised.
Oh, not a great kick from Beasley. Put his teammates under a lot of pressure. Good tackle from Jamison. Spits out again. No one wants to pick it up.
Curran, quick kick
Curran,
out.
good
but
kick
it's
out.
Mar in the way. Kanar just steps back inside through the traffic.
Solid.
Kanar and see the ball holding up there in the wind, and it's Edge. Edge will clear the kick, looking for Cooper Day as he does, and will do continuously all day, leading up at the ball. Kick inside forward 50 to Hare in a 2-on-1 battle, but Hare is good enough. And coming through like a freight train was that Kay Gordon? It was, wasn't it?
It was, yes. So we're going to have a boundary
Just to
throw
give
in.
the big fella a chop out.
Geez, I like the way Henry Canar's taken. He's a solid unit, isn't he?
I wonder he'd be part of the Canar clan. I wonder who his dad is.
Beasley dribbles a kick along the ground. Not exactly what he was hoping for.
Not one of his better kicks.
Edge, handballs back again to Bull. Bull winds up. He goes long. It was, I think the top of the square was the target, but it's gone out of bounds on the full.
Clearing kick out, finds
the
hyphen. Webster Banford just patiently now goes back across goal, but it's too far for Kanar, and it's a throw in the left-hand forward pocket
just
for
thought he was under a
Allansford.
bit more pressure than what he was.
Don't know why you would think that, because he was running back, could see what was coming both ways, and just dropped what he should have taken.
So it'll be Wallace and Hare. Look for Hare just to grab it out of the ruck.
He's going to grab it out of the ruck?
I don't know if he's got many more plays than that in his ruck duties. No, he tries to tap it down, but Wallace gets a front spot. Kicked from... Yeah, cut off by Bull. Bull picks it up, handball back inboard to Mungine, who just slaps it backwards. It was smart to not grab it. Edge throws it on the boot, top of the square, and finds Gordon.
Sticky fingers by
Very
Kay Gordon.
sticky fingers.
Outstretched mitts, and he's
This is
stuck.
probably the best spot to try and kick it from.
Yeah, you've actually can just kick this at the middle of the goals.
Yeah, there's the breeze there. Have a look at Mattress's flags.
Yeah.
Mattress is saying, get out of my way, Robbie. I can't see.
Yeah. Gordon coming in, man on the mark, waving his arms around like he's doing his warm-ups, windmills. Gordon now coming in, kick on its way, on the breeze, and it's a goal.
Beautiful
Good
goal.
kick there by Kay Gordon. That's his first for the day, and his 12th for the season.
You've got everything.
I've got everything.
So that's Allansford 6-6-42 to Kolora 3-4-22 Gleeson Real Estate scoreboard.
Bell's Garden Centre has the largest range of sand and soil products in the southwest. People choose Bell's because you can't buy experience, and Bell's has plenty. With bulk product delivery available across the southwest, for your next project, it's got to be Bell's.
So as we see Ash Jennings throw it up back in the middle of the ground, and it's Wallace and Jamison, which has been a great contest in the ruck. Wallace wins that one down.
Good to see he's got some spring back, Jason.
Absolutely.
Justin.
Swan picks it up to Edge. Edge just brushes off a tackle, throws it on the boot. Not his best kick, but enough to find Grist. Grist through traffic, handballs back.
Through traffic. Back to Hoffman. No,
Swan.
Swan.
To Grist. Grist. Now it's on the boot. It's forward, but only as far as Bamford. Bamford's kick finds Daniel Carr. He looks out wide. Good pressure there from McFarlane. He didn't give away a free kick, which is easy to do. Cooper Day finds Hare out in the pocket, right in front of the bar, all by himself.
Now, he missed one from 25 metres out in front. Kicked one from this sort of angle in the first quarter and in the second. You almost back him to kick this.
I'd say, well, the crowd's there too, so it's
all about the crowd.
It's all about the crowd.
Yeah, okay.
You don't kick. What's he got? What'd you say he's got? 70?
Well, he's got 71. He's going for 72 now. Hare coming in. Pretty deliberate approach. Runs around to the right. Bit narrow and stayed there. So that's 4 goals. That's his second blemish on the score today. by Hare. I'm going to keep goals and points. So he's had 6 shots at goal for 4 goals, 2 today, Hare.
And we're only 13 minutes into the second term.
Correct. So he's taken a 4-point lead over Kolora. As the kick comes back in, looking for...
Oh, mark by Beasley in the pack.
Beasley
just found himself in the right spot at the bottom of the pack.
Looking for McSween. Kicks up. Defensive spoil there by Kirkwood.
The grandson of Nanette.
Nanette.
Bridget Foster in the process of a post-game interview over there at the netball. Allansford getting the win. Nick Mills, good to see.
Absolutely, they'll be very happy. Probably
pretty pumped.
Yes, they need to start. They're playing well, second on the ladder, I think, going into the weekend, and need to start really flogging some of the teams below them, to be honest.
Get a bit of percentage.
Which is what Jess told them. That was their instructions.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's Jess to the T, isn't it? And it's Robinson. Kick inside finds Kanar.
It's been good. Charlie has been Kanar.
Out to
Henry.
Curran. Handball on its way. Sold his man up the water, but good enough to get out of it was Carr.
Oh, Jamison just pilfers it.
Where
Runs
did he
in.
come from?
Not sure.
What's
but
Hare
finds
gonna do?
Hare in the goal square. Oh, Harry.
Oh, no.
Harry's got 5.
No.
Absolutely. Never in doubt that he was going to mark that. So Robbie Hare gets his 5th. Allansford 7-7-49 to 3-4-22. Gleeson Real Estate scoreboard.
Good work, Robbie Hare. We could say no all you like, but you just never know what's around you.
He's a full forward. His job's to kick goals.
No, he
Rani Jomerson has worked his ass off to pick the pocket of the Kolora Noorat defenders.
And
Harry's cashed in on it.
Cashed in. Good work, Harry.
We'll give Rani the goal assist, will we?
Yeah, that's a score involvement.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn the footy off because the Bombers are going to get absolutely pizzled in the end.
As umpire Hugh Worrell goes again. Jamison and Wallace. Wallace gets the tap, but only goes as far as Maher, who's wrapped up in a strong tackle.
Oh, Hugh, you've pinned him
for 2.
I
reckon he was tackled as soon as he grabbed it, but anyway. Free kick to Robertson.
Too much TV, these blokes. Robinson now, kick outside, finds Kolora player at half-forward line.
That's Ethan Weiss.
Weiss. And it's Oscar Ritchie, who's probably too far out to score. He's, 40 metres out, kicking back into the teeth of the wind. So he looked to lower the eyes here and hit up a target. But Allansford have manned up pretty well. What's he doing here? He's
That's just brought him around. He's not going to have a shot. He can't.
He'll have a shot, but he won't kick the distance.
No, goes a short pass and a good
finding
lead.
Kavanagh. Good positioning there by Caleb Kavanagh. He's a clever little footballer, this young fella. Kavanagh. Tough kick from there too. Kick on its way.
Ball drop looks good.
Looks good, but it's too narrow and it's a bit behind.
My fellow reserves umpire Brendan Garassi just jumps into the umpiring gig in the ones.
Jack of all trades, isn't he? It's got to be cold out there, doesn't he, with no jacket on?
Oh.
Especially running around, he would have sweated up a little bit. Especially when you've come off to come and join me. He's left him the whole ground to run.
Gave him the last good 12 and a half, 13 minutes to run around on his own. Edge plays on. Has one bounce. Just saunters. No real urgency and finds, misses Coots, goes through his hands. Maher can't pick it up, giving a shove to the face. All right, Coots' handball misses his target. Cahill hits his to Marshall. Marshall just scrums it forward.
He's dropping the ball.
And that's a free kick to Maher, dropping the ball. Caleb Kavanagh just couldn't quite get rid of it there. So Maher right on the back of the square.
Maher, chip kick, finds Jamison on the lead. He's oil painting, isn't he? He's got ink everywhere. Kick inside forward, 50, but it's cut off by Oscar Curran. Oscar Curran squares it up, finds Henry Kanar. Kanar chips inside, finds Max Kavanagh. Handball back to Curran, but too hard for Curran. Cleaned up by Day on the right boot by Aidan Gordon, setting it out for the breeze, and it just didn't come back. Nice effort there by Aidan Gordon. Good intercept mark by Cooper Day. You've got to be mindful of how quick Cooper Day is.
Could someone please get a message to Mattress down at the goals? We do want to see a David Roden push up or something. Surely.
Yeah, I don't think he's...
Do the worm mattress.
Do the worm.
Bamford plays
Yes.
on, goes to the Junction Hotel side, kicks out wide, but only as far as Lachlan Ray. After 4 goals on debut last week, overcooks it to Grist. Henry Kennard takes it. Handball's out wide to Cahill. Cahill in the handball in the middle. It's good use here by Kolora, not rushing it. 2 handballs. Kick down the line. Weiss is the target.
No, that's Dylan.
That's
Inside
Dylan.
finds McSween.
Oh, McSween, and I keep getting McSween and Weiss wrong.
McSween's got the long
No,
socks.
I know that. We pointed that at the start.
Dylan's got the long sleeves and number
Jamison
42.
kicks and finds Gordon.
Kay Gordon lining up for his second on the day.
Probably about 10, 15 metres around from where he kicked his last.
And he's 13th for the season.
Oh.
He's become a bit of a goal scorer. He got a few out at Collegians. He's got a few against Maribor.
Paul Walker fastly becoming the Bruce McAvaney of the bush.
He must have someone. He's employing someone
He's got
to do these
stats on his
for
stats.
Stats on his stats. And Gordon comes in of the cane variety. Kick on its way. Set it out there and it just didn't come back.
Oh, big flyer.
Oh, ball's still in play.
Still play. Oh, man, it's over.
we could have had the screamer and the goal of the day in the one. That was Rani. Absolutely flew there.
Kicked back inside by the hyphen.
The hyphen.
Oh, actually,
no, he's kicked it to the hyphen.
To the hyphen.
Hyphen switches it back across the far side and misses the target. Caleb Kavanagh was the target. We're going to have a boundary throw in.
Got to remember, Nick Marshall's got to. I'm going to have to start making some notes here. Nick Marshall, long sleeves. Dylan, long sleeves. LS's. And we could also go SS, SU, socks up.
Well, you can kind of tell if someone's got their socks up.
Correct. But if you see them and you write it down,
So it's Hare and Weiss. Hare wins it comprehensively, but can't quite grab it on the way through. We've got a free kick for too high.
Out.
Yeah.
And it's going in the way of Jonah Marr.
No, that's Rani Jamison.
Rani Jamison.
They do look awfully similar, don't they?
They do. Getting up with a bit of a hobble is Jamison. And Jamison will line up for his first goal of the day. What is he? 10 metres out directly in front.
10 metres directly.
And his 20th goal of the season for Rani Jamison. As they make the change, Kolora, Jamison comes in, kick on its way. The mattress does not move there. And that's his first goal for the day, Rani Jamison.
You're implying he's done a lot of moving earlier.
I got a message from his wife, Christy, during cricket season a couple of years ago. Have you got any white pads? The big fella's making a comeback. And she said, do you want them back? I said, no, I don't. I don't need them anymore. He can have them. But good to see him out there. He was having a game with his son, Sam. So good on him, Matty. As we see on the Gleeson Real Estate scoreboard, Allansford skipping away to a handy 28-point lead now. And the ball's dribbling forward. Cahill off the ground. Beasley.
Just might have been stripped without it. Was Beasley? No umpire. No free kick. So Cahill follows it up. Pick up by McFarlane.
Off to the races,
McFarlane kicks it high.
Looking for Ray, but great mark there by the hyphen.
The hyphen done very well.
Webster Bamford.
Kicks
inside,
into the middle.
Looking for
good
Wallace.
Kick. Great kick to the co-coach.
Wallace on that left side, out here in front of it. The
broadcast
side to Nick Marshall.
Another beautiful kick. Marshall plays on inboard. It's a short pass. Current Richie dives and can't. Bull takes it off him. But his handball only goes to the hyphen. The hyphen's handball and comes out right to Henry Kennard. Kennard throws it on the boot. Marshall, it's going to sits nice and well wrapped up and taken across the boundary line by Flynn Gleeson. A good strong tackle.
Good strong tackle by Gleeson on Dylan. And the ball will be thrown in. Looks pretty sticky out there today. Even the umpires and the boundary umpires have got their boots on.
Yeah, just
thrown in. Wallace, that's almost holding the man, and seen by umpire Jennings on Gordon by Cahill. And Aidan Gordon's coming to the game in this second term, moving back on the ball. Gordon finds Mungine. That's
not standing.
And he just wheels around on the man on the mark, takes a bounce, steps inside.
Oh.
Richie, kick on its way. Looking for Day in a one-on-one, but it's Kavanagh with an E. Intercept mark as he comes out to the near side, broadcast side, looking for Dylan and Kavanagh, but it's Gleeson. Gordon now. Kick will be out of bounds on the 3 bags full in front of the old grandstand here at Allansford, as we see a few changes. Excuse me. That sneeze.
The hyphen. A nice little bullet pass finds Caleb Kavanagh on the chest, just outside the defensive 50. Not sure what to do. No, just goes back. One step kick, probably puts it on Wallace's head, and a good strong spoil by Kirkwood. Probably just needed to actually push back off the mark.
Yeah, he was just unsure on what he wanted to do. It's really good to see Justin Wallace running around in the ruck. He's a bit ginger. Oh, hello. What's going on there? That's my phone. How bad's that?
Good throw in. Over. Wallace can't take it out. Oh, he nearly kicked Bradley Edge's head off trying to hack it off the deck. Max Kavanagh did not have the ball. Free kick. Kolora Noorat.
Against Benny McFarlane. And they've got some really good kids, Kolora.
Doesn't quite come off the boot like he wanted. Intercepted by Edge. Edge just takes his time. Just a short one in the middle to Jamison. Jamison goes straight out wide to Drake, who's streaming down the ground. Got 2 on his opponent and goes forward, kicks it long to the Hare at the top of the square. And Hare, too big, too strong, over the shoulder. Behind.
Was that a mark?
I think he must have called touched.
Would you have paid that? Like, you probably could have paid that to Hare.
So we see Bamford play on quickly. I thought it could have been a mark, but obviously...
At least... Argue with the umpire. And Marshall hollers for it coming out of the back line. Did you see where I went with that?
Yes, I did.
Marshall misses Kavanagh coming out of defensive 50 and a dribble out of bounds in front of the Gleeson Real Estate sign out there on the outer wing there, Millsy.
Absolutely.
And the Freckle Duck sign. I pumped them up earlier. The Freckle Duck pie was pretty good.
Warren Keen's pies are sensational.
Almost to the point I might have to go back and get one at halftime. Heroes. Ball pinging
Swan
around.
To Mungine. Mungine handball and a little gimme little turn to Coots. Coots, there, the 2 just misses Mungine. There's a lot of pointing going on over there, Norm, but it just missed the target, mate. It's okay.
Are you getting murdered in the back there, Fitzy? There's a lot of noise coming
out.
I'm
just getting set up for our boundary rider.
Oh, special guest appearance by Harrison Cram.
Wallace gets a tap. And there's Caleb Kavanagh, just a ridiculous high tackle there from Xavier Mungine. It was a free kick every day of the week. So Caleb Kavanagh goes to true centre half back, risky kick. It doesn't quite pay off. Grist picks it up, gives a quick handball to Gordon. Gordon throws it on the boot. And a good strong mark by Henry Kavanagh.
He's been really good, Henry.
He's been very, very good for the Kolora Noorat side. He finds Cahill. Louis Cahill's just happy to hold it up. Not much to go to. Everyone's leading out extremely wide. It's going to have to come down to Robertson. And a free kick for
Wise.
Over the shoulder to Ethan Wise. Weiss?
Weiss, isn't it? Weiss.
Yeah, Weiss.
Weiss now.
Weiss, his kick.
Kick off the side of his boot, but
Mrs.
his way
McSween.
is Ben Lee.
Benjamin Lee
goes back into Mungine, who's got more time than he needs because he'll have to think about it, and he'll turn it over to Lewis Cahill. But no, Kavanagh at the fall of the ball. Handball back. Quick kick by Carr. Handball out, finds Swan. Swan on that left boot. And it'll be Henry Kavanagh. No, ball bounces. And Robbie Hare swings a boot at it, misses. Handball up. Clearing kick by the hyphen. Out to Marshall, who once again chips it over the top and is intercepted, and it's played on. That looks like Swan on the left boot. Hare with a bit of body work in the goal square. Great work by Ruben Swan, intercepting the kick by Nick Marshall coming out and made them pay with a bit of interest.
Absolutely.
And as we see on the Gleeson Real Estate scoreboard, Allansford move on to 9-10-64, leading Kolora Noorat, who haven't scored this quarter, at 3-5-23. Great goal by Ruben Swan, and that is a contender for the
Absolutely.
QX3
Mark that
goal
down
of the day. Ruben Swan, second term, and probably where we thought we'd be. Well, they kicked 3 goals in the first term, didn't they, both sides?
Yes.
So,
oh, well, there we go. We can hear Cram's gone live.
We can hear Crammy, and the handball out to Gordon. Gordon looking for Hare. Bit of body work.
Good work by Henry Cannar. But Hare's going to follow it up. Handball's back to no one in particular. It gets cut off by Beasley. Beasley handballs back to the defensive end.
Good tackle there on Dylan.
Good pressure just across the line.
Yes, Hare's kicked 5. He's got 5, hasn't he? Yeah,
Yep.
Nathan Weiss has done a really good job. He can't really do much with some of the balls.
Cade Gordon, he kicks back to his brother, so gives up about 15 metres, but just going to settle.
Gordon squares it up, looking for edge, plays on.
Oh, good smother.
By Beasley, handball by Cannar. No, it's Cahill. Back to Beasley, back to Scanlon. Quick kick in, Josh Brown versus Reed, but it's Bull out to and finds Swan on that left foot, pumps it long. Hare, no. Ball will trickle through. Has it been touched? No.
Yeah, it's off hands.
And it's all clear, and that's another behind. Sees Allasnford move on to 65, leading Kolora Noorat 23 on the Gleeson Real Estate scoreboard.
I think Liam might have got a bit distracted giving instructions to our camera crew.
Yeah.
We'll get him to catch that up at half time.
He's like a 2-year-old. He does get distracted easily, doesn't he?
Nathan Weiss takes them up. Weiss. Keep saying it. And it's going to be out of bounds on the full, so it'll be free kick to Jonah Marr.
It's either going to be a mark to Jonah Marr or out of bounds on the full. So
right at the interchange gates.
And he's been a handy pickup for Allansford coming across from south.
He's probably been the difference. There's a bit of grunt in the midfield.
Yeah.
He's happy to play on, takes the game on, kicks it long to the square. Here's the target. Hare has been pulled down, can't mark it.
There was a decent jumper pull too.
Oh, quite often happens, but I assume they think he's strong so he can deal with it. Coots, good quick handball. Another one. Beasley can't take it with him, just taps it. Oh, yeah, that's in the back. Oh, we're going to throw down to Harrison Cram for the first time on the boundary. You got an injury update, Cram.
Oh, we can't hear him.
Mike keeps cutting out.
Can you hear me, Harry? No. The ball goes inside forward 50 and it's Hare one-on-one in the goal square. But great work by Nathan Weiss, and that's the final siren for to end the second half. First half, second term, and it sees Allansford skipping away with a handy. What's that? That's a 7-goal lead. 9-11-65 to Kolora Noorat 3-5-23. So they skipped away in that second term. Made use of that breeze, did Allansford. How you going there, Crammy? You got Nosey there?
Yeah, I've got Tim here.
Rightio. Fire at will with him then, Harry.
Rightio, Tim. What's your thoughts on the first half so far?
We just need to clean it up a little bit. Once we get our running game going, we look really dangerous, but we've just been a little bit sloppy with the football, not given that first option. So we're trying a few different things in our midfield group today, and I just haven't been able to get that to balance out. So.
Yep, and we've seen that Cooper Hoffman went down early in the second. Is that a bit of a muck-up to the setups or anything?
Nah, and I just said to him, like, he's just rolled his ankle, and I said, well, no point being out there. Like, let's put you on ice and, make sure you're right to go in 2 weeks' time. So.
Perfect, thank you.
Good work, Harrison.
Great first interview there from Harrison Cram.
How good's that?
Very well done.
Even asked about the rotations.
Yes,
fantastic.
Very good, Harry. That's
unlike Paul Walker. He might get let into the opposition rooms each week for a few interviews.
He might be there.
That's right. Well, I didn't try and go into the team meetings today because the Bombers were on the playing. So, unfortunately, my priorities weren't as great as they normally are. But hard hitting, getting the facts as they come. Harrison Cram in his first day on the job.
He's done well.
And he's got Cooper Hoffman
scratched for the day.
Subbed out with the red vest.
How's that for some insight, Goss boys? What are your thoughts on the first half, lads? Obviously, Allansford certainly came out blazing in that second quarter.
Obviously, it was probably what we expected them to do with the breeze behind them. Like we said, it's a strong 3 or 4 goal breeze,
and they're sitting second on the ladder. They're potent up front. They've got the leading goal kicker in the competition. And I got doing the research this morning. I got 7 Allansford players before I got the first Kolora Noorat in front of goals. So there were 7 Allansford players that had kicked more goals than the first.
Not to say there's been some Kolora Noorat players who are playing some very good football at the moment.
Yeah.
I think Henry Kennar's been outstanding
Henry
so far.
Lewis Cahill again.
Fred Beasley got himself into that. He's got
getting
got a
himself.
goal, and he's probably got into the game there in that second quarter. A couple of free kicks were not just ill-disciplined. Nothing malicious.
I don't even think they were ill-disciplined. I just think they were... the first one where they got Brad Bull, there was nothing in that. That was just a spoil. And
just the high contact.
Yeah. And there was no malice in it. It was just him going for the ball, and he just a fraction late.
Keelan Webster Bamford's attacking the game and taking it
he's doing
as
all
much
right
as you've got to defend for your life.
Hey, Crammy, how you going there, son? Are you
good, boys.
in the Kolora rooms now, or...?
Do you want me to head in there?
No, we haven't got Crammy there, I don't think. But once we do, we'll cross to Crammy in the Kolora rooms. Are you in the rooms there at Kolora there, Crammy?
I can head to the rooms now if you'd like.
Oh, how's the wind conditions? Has it stiffened up the breeze, or has it dropped a little bit?
What's the ground like, Crammy? Talk us through the conditions out there.
Quite sloppy underfoot. Lots of slipping over in the twos game beforehand. It's just, fairly torn up from the wet conditions of the day.
Yeah, okay.
Fantastic first interview there, bud. Yeah, you grabbed Tim Knowles straight away. Some hard-hitting questions, and we'll call you the Scoop. You got the Scoop on Cooper Hoffman, man. Scratch for the day, mate.
Yep.
And your thoughts on the umpiring in the early game, Crammy? How did the
Nicholas Mills in some condition?
I thought he was very whistle shy. Put it away a fair bit.
Did he?
Wow.
Good to hear some feedback from the opposite, because according to Millsy, he's probably one of the best umpires going round.
I will say he's quite fair for the twos.
He is quite fair. Fair enough, too.
I reckon the twos players might have been a bit talent shy, if we're going to be truthful.
Fair enough, too.
I don't need to bring that up.
Crammy, so you're joining us in commentary for the first time, mates, and when we get back from the ad break, we're going to try and... we've got Katie Monagatti. We've got an interview with Katie coming up, boys, for half-time. And then when we come back, before we get the bounce for the third quarter, Crammy, I want you to try and track down a Kolora Noorat personnel. You reckon you can manage that for us?
Yeah, I've got Jack Vaughan trying to
look at him go.
Sam Yulin for me.
Here we go. This is what we like to hear. But boys, let's take a break.
The key's not to give them a chance to say no. You just
don't ask for permission, mate. Beg for forgiveness. That's the way we do it, isn't it, boys?
Absolutely.
Let's take a break here on the WDFNL game day from the Allansford Recreation Reserve. Couple of halftime interviews coming up. No more important than Katie Monagatti, of course, playing game 250 today. But we'll take a break and we'll come back shortly.
Pepper's Pizza is now open on Liebig Street, Warrnambool, with a fresh new menu. Pepper's has vegetarian, vegan and gluten-free options available, as well as options for new low-carb pizza bases. Pepper's is still serving up all the classics, from pizza through to ribs, chicken wings and a variety of family favourite sides. From their busy commercial kitchen, Pepper's can cater for your next special event. With online ordering now available via their website, ordering couldn't be easier. Pepper's Pizza, open 7 days, 11:30am till late.
Bell's Garden Centre has the largest range of sand and soil products in the southwest. People choose Bell's because you can't buy experience, and Bell's has plenty. With bulk product delivery available across the southwest, for your next project, it's gotta be Bell's.
Coastline Cut and Core is your only concrete cutting and coring specialist in the southwest. Demolition works, renovation modifications and repairs and maintenance of damaged concrete. Coastline Cut and Core does it all. Contact myself, Harley Higgins, today.
Can I recycle this? Search recycling in Warrnambool to find out more. When we all sort our recycling correctly, more can be made from our available resources. A small act makes a big impact.
Through the race and out onto the arena, here is the toss. Tom gets the first possession, quick pass to Brett, drops the sitter, play on down the corridor, a cracking effort by Sam. Down the line to Tim with a sizzler, a turnover from Michael. Rachel gets it back, a chip kick to Charlotte, shakes off the tackle, back down the line to Sam, stacks on the mill, but he gets it out to Brett, he spins and bags a goal. Kerman's Hamburgers for the win, a fan favourite since 49.
At Nutrient Ag Solutions, we're here to help you go further. Further in innovation and technology. Further in advice and solutions. Go further for the community. In sustainability. And for the future of our industry. With Nutrient Ag Solutions, there's no limit to how far your business can go.
Ten Questions, proudly supported by the Southwest Academy of Sports Apex program.
No, not a good dancer at all. I like to think I am. It's been a while since I've had a drink, but normally when I drink, I think I'm all right. I'm a water person. Like, I'm all about the water, so if I do have something different, it's probably just Coke Zero. The love of the sport. I've been playing since I was about 10, so it's a good few decades of playing netball, and it's my thing, it's my passion, yeah. He's always been about the sports and stuff, so, and especially team sports. So when we were younger, we tried every single sport you could think of. We were able to have a go and find out what we enjoyed. I'm probably the only one in the family still playing the sports. One of my brothers is still involved in football heavily. He's got daughters, so he coaches the girls' football. But it's nice to sort of have that legacy to follow through with, knowing that someone in the family sort of put a stamp on football, I suppose, yeah. I file my nails before, while I'm getting ready and prepping, file my nails. At the minute, I'm... probably that's my main thing. I do that while I'm watching the under-17s, and just seeing the personalities come through in the kids, finding out now probably what they like. They're 5 and 8, well 5 today, so they're sort of learning what they like and what they're passionate about. My oldest, she's definitely about the dancing. Some people say that there's a bit of netballer in her, but I think my youngest is going to come through with the strength in the netball. So, it's seeing them find their thing.
Hey, brother.
I used to. I think now I'm more about playing smarter, not harder. So I'm probably a little bit more cool, calm, collected than I used to be. I'm not running a mid-court anymore, so the body just doesn't like that anymore. So I'm definitely...
Is it cutting out
I love
still?
it. I'm in it for the win. That's what everyone's in it for, but yeah.
And that's good? I'll give you a bit of extra juice.
Allansford's just been part of my life since I was 17, so it's the club they banded around me when I went through some illness a few years ago and kept me involved, and I needed that. Like I said before, it's my mental outlet. It's a place that I can go where I know that I'm me, not just mum or wife or daughter or whatever it is. It's my place
not
where
I'm out too much.
Yeah, true to myself.
Yeah, but you can still hear me okay? Pretty clearly.
The growth of the competition of netball, the standard of it, so it does chop and change.
Ready for your interview
but I think we've kept up pretty well with that, and
I will throw
kept
to
most grades strong.
We haven't really got to the point where we've coordinated how we crossed the boundary
probably
yet,
the growth in it with the juniors and everything. Like there's nearly more netballs and footballs in the club now, and that's a huge testament. Like back years ago, we used to have 4 teams when I first started, and they were really hard to fill. Yeah. Currently, I'm playing goal shooter at the minute because it's a safe option for my knees. But yeah, it's sort of my preference. I do love a good old wing attack though, back in my heyday.
10 Questions, proudly supported by the Southwest Academy of Sports Apex program.
Maribel remains the team to beat after 12 rounds of Warrnambool District League football. The Tigers handled their latest challenge with a plum on the weekend, defeating Noranda by 26 points. The win was achieved at Noranda's home ground, a fortress for the Blues which has been near on impossible for visiting teams to crack in recent times. The home team took it up to the top of the ladder Tigers, trailing by just 2 points at three-quarter time. Maribel stepped on the gas in the last, piling on four unanswered goals to run away with the win.
We're just at a segment at the moment.
Weir takes it good. Bit of crumbing.
Let me just have a look here.
That is your QX3 goal of the day.
You tell me when you're ready to go, mate, and we'll come back to you.
Was it Bradley Bell?
It was Bradley Bell. That is
We've just got a bit of a feature playing at the moment to break it up.
Great goal from the ruck stoppage.
That's proposed.
Dylan Lees has gone to Porter at the stoppage. Oh, Rowbottom tried to hack it, kicking in danger. Absolutely. Sandow did have his hands on the ball.
But it's been probably 4 throw-ups in a row.
Kikuyu grass.
Nah, it's just crap grass. Man, there's no Kikuyu out there. Manny on the way. He's got the journey.
He's definitely got the journey. We've got some celebrations. Manny Sandow extends the lead to 13 points.
He was...
kick for too high. No one stood on the mark, so he's just run 15 metres. Kicks it long, and a great strong mark there by...
Slots this one, Harry Ryan. That's probably
you guys got me all right there, boys?
Millsy.
Absolutely.
But it's a
Don't be so negative.
No, well, it's...
They'll come back.
Cool.
It's 20 minutes nearly gone.
20 minutes gone in the term as Ryan... deliberate with approach.
Cream's going to have an interview, so we'll hope when he tells me he's good to go.
They like it,
I'll
do
come on and I'll cross
Maribel,
to him, all
that
right?
there is Harry Ryan's first goal of the day, and it moves Maribel out to a very, very handy 19-point lead deep into the last term. And
he's been very good, Barnes. Long way up the ground for the fullback.
Yeah. Barnes kicks it up the chimney. Stand over that, boys, and mark it.
Right,
and who does mark it?
Okay, Sammy, hang on.
What a last quarter by the big ruckman. And kicks it over and finds that man in crap.
Yep, thanks, boys. I've got Sam Newland here. Sam, strong start there in the first quarter. Dropped off a little bit in the second. Did you change anything there, or?
Oh, we looked at a lot of our unforced errors. We were just we were playing pretty well out of our back line, but it would be just that one skill error that had dropped off. And then now so we're pretty good at just picking that up, using the turnover, and it been pretty costly for us, scoring pretty quick against us on the turnovers, yeah.
Yep, nice. And do you have any injury concerns coming into half-time, or still fully healthy?
There's one kid, Oscar Ritchie, he played the under-18s, he got a corky, so we've decided to pull the pin on him. We don't want him to get further injured, but otherwise, yeah, going okay. Yep.
Perfect, thank you.
For the power, so...
I hate corkies, they're the worst.
As umpire Worrell holds the ball aloft, and it'll be Jamison versus... I'm not sure who that is, excuse me. Down to Robinson. Oh, come on, boy, turn around. No, he's not going to turn around for us.
Well done, Harry. Good work, mate.
As the ball's won by Kolora, but it's Eldridge at the fall of the ball. Good tackle by Edge.
Bradley Edge has just copped a strong hit. He's going down. It was a solid bump.
Was that off the ball?
No, he was in the play. It was just
in the play.
So I think it was someone going through for the ball, and
just
he didn't well to bowl over Bradley Edge.
He's tough as
sucking in
nails.
a few
Is
deep
Brad
ones.
Edge. So it'll be interesting. We might have our roaming reporter down there, or roaming boundary rider, Harry Cram, getting an update on Brad Edge, but it's Jamison, handball over the top, looking for Swan.
Sits up
Swan
nicely.
out to Day. Day will give it back to Swan. Swan getting back on that left foot, looking for the big fella in Robbie Hare.
Bang.
Out in front, strong hands. Hare will line up for his 6th goal. Not much that Nathan
Yes.
Wise.
Cutting out occasionally.
Weiss could do there. It was a great kick, just held up. And once Robbie Hare gets that big frame in front, there's no getting around him. He's a hard man to move.
Good hard gut running too from Ruben Swan.
Yeah, it was. Fantastic work by Swan. As Hare coming in, lining up for his 6th goal of the day. Very deliberate approach, and his kick's on the way. He's pretty happy. That's number 6 for Hare today. Takes Allansford out to 10 goals, 11.71, leading Kolora Noorat 3-5-23 on the Gleeson Real Estate scoreboard.
B&B Furniture Plus has moved. The same excellent customer service and specialised knowledge at an even bigger showroom. They have a great range of mobility aids and now stock the popular NHA Life Alarm. B&B Furniture Plus, 203 Lava Street, Warrnambool.
Ash Jennings going to bring it back in the middle. And it's just got really, really cold here at the Allansford Recreation Reserve.
The sun's gone down behind the clouds, and good to see you've rugged up after your umpiring.
Yeah, well, it takes a while. Once I warm up, it takes me a while to cool down.
He's donned the beanie.
It's the Allansford cap, thank you.
Oh, there we go.
Kick out wide from Wallace is found.
That looks like Tonkin out there.
I reckon it is.
Who played really well against Collegians when we...
He's going to go back. He thinks he's within range. He's going to go back for a shot, which I like.
Yeah,
win.
back your skills, kid. Tonkin now coming in, close to the man on the mark. Kick up on its way over the top of McSween. At the fall of the ball is Kavanagh with an E, but it's cleared out.
Just a little trickle under the ground. Beasley intercepts. Can't quite grab it, though.
Back to Cahill, quick kick inside, but intercepted, and it's Edge. Off to the races is Edge. Kick up the chimney, intercept marked by Dylan. Bob. We might just call him Bob, shall we? Bob Dylan. Now, kick. Oh, it's a poor kick, but looking for Cahill, but in the way is Cade Gordon, who's been very good. We probably missed him in the best players for Allansford that term, Cade Gordon. He got a goal and had another one.
A couple of really nice marks at half forward as well.
Yeah, he's played really well,
but
Cade Gordon.
you can't put 18 names in
No,
the
that's true too. That's true too. And
hobble up here on the boundary line.
For the Grist Legal, and it's Daniel Carr.
Well, Harrison did tell me he had the boots off in the bench earlier, but he's got the boots back on, but looks very, very proppy.
Might have blisters or
As
ankle.
Wallace kicks it to the hot spot. Good spoil, though. Fists are plenty. Comes down to Tonkin. Tonkin just gets one to the back of the noggin. No free kick.
Clearing kick by Edge. Out looking for Jamison. Good running mark by Jamison. Kick on its way. Looking for Gordon, but in the way is Oscar Carr. And I'm not sure what's there. That's either 50 metres.
Oh, had to be 50.
No, not 50. Curran brings it back inside, finds Weiss, I should say. Weiss now looking for the big fella in... Not sure who that is. Kick on its way, looking for McSween, but in the way is... Clearing kick by Allansford, looking for Mungine. Mungine and Marshall had to battle.
Eldridge does well to keep it in front. Picks it up really wide on the boundary line.
Keeps the ball in well, does
Done
Eldridge.
Well. Day's the target. Good one-on-one. Canara. Day
Just
takes a great strong mark.
Day.
Here's the target.
Oh, good.
And Hare just too big and strong. Absolutely, Paul had no chance there.
Just a nice little bit of a hip just to get... Weiss under the ball. Yeah, young kids had a crack.
Absolutely.
With the way the ball coming in, Hare's obviously going to get his hands on a few. Is Robbie Hare lining up for his 7th goal of the term of the game, 2nd of the term. Coming in, pretty deliberate approach, runs out to the right. Nice kick on its way, and that's a goal. Straight over the top of Mattress in the goals there, and gives the all clear, and that's Robbie Hare's 7th for the day. And it moves the score on to 11-11-77 to 3-5-23. And down to you, Harrison. Have you got something for us, mate?
Just looking in Noorat's Ford 50 at the moment, one of the matchups is the veteran Brad Bull on the young gun friend Beasley up there. So that's a good one to watch up there.
Yeah. Brad Bull, like Fred will take some stopping. He's a pretty good player, Fred.
Brad Bull is just one of those blokes who just 200 and some games at Hamilton League level, just gets the job done every week as we see a free kick send the ground to Caleb Kavanagh. Just a bit stop. Waits, it's a long kick high forward. Lee. Oh, well done by Louis Cahill. Beautiful bit of roving and kicks one straight over. Brendan Garassi's had a beautiful QX3 goal of the day contender there from Lewis Cahill, the old man. A beautiful finish.
Great finish, great crumbing goal there by Lewis Cahill.
Allansford 11-11-75 to Kolora Noorat 4-5-29 Gleeson Real Estate scoreboard.
Matco Hire for all your hire needs. Portable ensuites, generators, toilets, and introducing Matco's new Genie 20-metre boom lift. Matco Hire. Everything you need in one location.
And welcome back here to the Allansford Recreation Reserve, where a great crumbing goal by the veteran in Lewis Cahill, and the ball's thrown back up. It's Jamison and Wallace. Wallace wins down.
And Beasley doesn't have the ball,
holding the man against Cade Gordon. Beasley now looks to be rotating through the midfield forward, as Harrison Cram noted that Brad Bull was on him. Kick on its way, looking for Paul McSween. Just gets worked under the ball by Kirkwood.
Oh, we got another one.
Ground.
Look out.
Tonkin.
Another goal.
Guy Tonkin.
What a great goal.
Oh, right. Let's just have another QX3 snag
No
of the day
worries. Just add that one to the list. Why not?
What a fantastic goal.
Kay Tonkin.
That one, we're going to got the crowd up and about there, Cram, on the boundary.
He's busy. He's busy doing boundary rider things, boys.
Okay, it was a great goal, and that's definitely a contender for QX3 goal of the day by young Kai Tonkin.
Well, all of a sudden, 5-5-35.
Okay, Amy can reset.
A couple of quick ones there by Kolora Noorat, and it's back to the half-time
Jamison
margin.
Wallace with a good tap forward. We're going to have a whistle from Ash Jennings from 28 metres off the play. A free kick to Cahill for the hold. So he goes long forward.
Trav, your camera's dropped out, mate.
Edge grabs it. Edge,
back now.
Handball back wide. Sweeping handball.
Clearing kick by Allansford finds Ma, chiseling kick over, looking for his mate.
You still got me, Harry?
Yep.
Perfect, mate.
Gordon is going to just take his time, find a target, asking the boys to move up the field. Gordon now looking for Cooper Day. Good intercept mark.
Fantastic mark.
By Oscar Curran. Squares it up, finds Weiss. Weiss now, good running off of the big full forward. Weiss looking
Amy's
for
live.
not Canales.
Great spoil
Cahill.
by Drake, but only as far as Ethan Weiss.
Weiss probably could have got a
still with Amy.
Free kick there for holding the man. Could Ethan Weiss, but was none coming as the boys help themselves up off the deck, and the umpire will throw the ball up and see Jamison and Wallace
Good
down
tap.
to Mungine.
You got me, Cram? You got something, Cram?
Cahill, quick kick by Gordon. Gordon inside looking for
Sorry, mate.
Cooper Day. Cooper Day
couldn't hear you.
Stacks on the mill, and umpire Worrell asked for the ball. No, wasn't coming out of there.
No, not at all. So it's Wallace and Jamison again. It's been a great contest. Jamison gets the tap forward that time. Day throws it off the side of the boot to the top of the square. It's a scrubber along the ground. Grist overruns it. Hare's
Amy.
just buried in his back. Yes, and absolutely. He just copped all of Robbie Hare in his back.
He did.
Did
There was no
Nathan
malice in
Weiss.
it. Weiss, kick out.
Gordon
intercept,
sticky
one-handed
fingers.
mark. What's
If he
could it
finishes
be? Oh, what a goal! Kay Gordon takes a one-hander, then shimmies around the man on the mark, and then slams it home for his second goal of the day and moves Allansford on to 12 goals, 11-83, leading Kolora Noorat 5-5-35.
And I think you may
What a
have
goal.
another contender for your Kelly Screamer.
Well, that's
our first contender.
Probably is the Kelly
That is
contender.
it. That's it to date.
And it could also be a QX3 goal of the day, and that would be the last 3 goals have all been contenders.
That's going to make things a little bit tough.
Oh, it could be very tough.
What did you reckon of that goal, Harry? Did you get some good marks for that one?
That is just a traditional one there from Cade Gordon.
Oh, traditional! Listen to him.
You're a hard taskmaster.
Good to see someone's actually making the work for it, Harry. Excellent work.
As umpire Jennings has the ball, and it's Wallace and Jamison do battle again.
Big Harry just goes bang.
Oh, Caleb Kavanagh just takes it out of the middle, long. Robertson and McSween are the targets. It's going to split both of them. Kirkwood and takes it across the boundary line. Boundary throw in, deep forward pocket.
2 longs, socks up, boys.
Two socks up together.
As the umpire will throw it back in, it'll be McSween versus Kirkwood. Ball's thrown back in. McSween gets front position, tap over the back, intercepted by Mark. Quick kick out of the pack by Jonah Marr, and it'll be a foot race on. That's dropping the ball. Good decision, umpire.
Yeah, Charlie Scanlon tried to break through, just got
tried to
stripped
bust
of the
through
ball.
the tackle. Mungine, a quick kick over the top, and it's a lead up forward in Jamison. Jamison looking for Grist now. Oh,
just a bit high.
Just a fraction high for Grist.
Day
Good
with the
follow
pickup.
up
Good
by
handball
Day over
today.
to Gordon. Gordon intercept Mark handball, and it's off Kavanagh.
Here we go.
Now,
Good build
quick
up
kick
from
forward. It'll be intercepted. No, good defensive spoil there by Cahill. Carlin now. Beasley running onto the ball, and the ball's not. He's not getting through there, and the ball's not coming out. And umpire will call for a ball up.
Great hot potato. Great movement out of the back line there by Kolora.
And both teams pinging the ball from one end to the ground to the other. Jennings throws the ball up, won by Jamison, intercepted by Kavanagh, but the bounce of that bloody football, and it's McFarlane. McFarlane will get it out. No, intercepted by Marshall. Marshall to Wallace. Wallace to Scanlon. Scanlon on a quick kick left boot finds Beasley. Beasley inside forward 50 looking for Robinson. Good passage of play there by Kolora, and socks up Mr. Robinson, wheels back on the right foot, looking for Max Kanar.
Great fist by Drake. Comes out. It's all about it. Oh, yeah, push in the back. Absolutely. Just a little bit.
Yeah, that's
Jack Carlin gets a free kick, 70 metres out, kicks it forward. Oh, Lockie Reed has just thrown himself in there and just pile-driven himself into the ground.
Bailey
going to have a free kick.
Is it Bailey Kavanagh? He's got a very ginger.
Very ginger.
He's copped a knee in the middle of the back, and he's sucking in the big ones. Is Bailey Kavanagh with an E. He'll go back and line up for Kolora Noorat's
Amy's live.
6th goal. Their 3rd of the term. Kavanagh now. Oh, that's a great kick.
Bailey Kavanagh makes no mistake. Puts
the goal umpire has not moved, and that's his first for the day. Bailey Kavanagh, and moves the score. Sees Kolora Noorat 6-5-41, trailing by 42 points on of Allansford, 12-11-83 on the Gleeson Real Estate scoreboard.
When you think of the future of your business, what is it that you hope for? Ways to grow? Ways to be more self-reliant? And always be one step ahead? Are you looking for a partner with solutions to complex business problems? Well, no matter your goal, with Nutrient Ag Solutions, we'll help you go further.
Gets the tap down. Mungine just pilfers it, throws it on the boot forward, and a good strong mark in defence by Webster Bamford, a.k.a. The Hyphen.
The Hyphen now kicks it out to Henry Kanar.
It's been good, Henry
leg
Kanar.
Strapped, finds Max Kavanagh. Jeez, he's a young-looking kid, Max Kavanagh. Quick kick inside, finds Oscar Curran.
Lovely kick inboard.
Oscar Curran, Chisler finds Fred Beasley.
Prefer if he took a few more steps back off the mark before giving the one-step kick.
That's it.
Beasley just sums up the situation, goes long, high, and Reed takes a good strong mark at centre half back. Comes out wide, Kate Gordon's the target. Has to work for it. Sticky fingers Gordon. He's off to the races on the right. He's going to sit up for Ma. It does. Just stops, props, inboard. Oh, great smother by Fred Beasley. They're the 1%ers that you care about. As we see Joel Dillon wrapped up in a tackle after Ma. Well done, Fred Beasley.
Good work, Fred.
Often get trapped watching the ball.
Yeah.
He just stayed with the hips.
Good pressure on the ball carrier and good smother. Do you reckon Joel Dillon gets called Bob?
Oh, well, he can now.
He'd
Gordon,
actually be
handball up to no one. To Bob. That man, Bob Dillon. Robertson held. Free kick. Bob Dillon.
I reckon it's a free kick.
Is that you saying his nickname is now Bob?
It's got to. It's
either
Bob,
that or the
doesn't it?
tambourine man.
Well, that's true. Yep.
Hurricane?
No, doesn't play that anymore.
Doesn't he?
No.
Why doesn't he play that anymore?
Political stuff.
Oh, okay. Probably because he did it.
Got a really good book about that, actually.
Have you?
Stole Off Saviour. It's like someone's
Stole-off
a university thesis.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
Doesn't count as stealing if you steal it off your twin brother.
No.
This is true.
I'm not a thief.
Does he know you've got it?
He does now.
Yeah. Bugger. As we see, Ethan Weiss kicks forward from that stoppage, but only as far as Lockie Reed. Reed comes out wide, back to where it came from. And overcooks the kick. Makes it hard for Swan, who can't pick up. Does
Good
now.
pick up by Swan
Done
on
well.
that left peg of his.
Left
Looking
peg.
for Edge. Edge back out to Bull. Back to Edge. Edge will kick it out to the near side. Max Kavanagh. Good intercept mark by Max Kavanagh.
Number one versus number one there. Fantastic. Well win
Played
by
his
Max
role. Beasley smack bang in the middle of the Allansford Recreation Reserve. Numbers pushed back by Allansford. Beasley now. Kick on its way. Looking for Brown. Oh, nearly got off the ground there.
Xavier
Josh Brown, but
Mungine.
Mungine cleans it up. Chip over the top, finds Edge. Edge back inside, looking for Bull. Kick out to that outer wing. Will find Jamison. Jamison like a cork in the ocean, up and around he went. Oh, good jumping mark by the hyphen. Kick on its way by Allansford and its hair. Good work by Wise.
Sticky
Gordon
fingers.
at the bottom of the pack, just shimmering around.
Oh, it takes
trying to
on
get
it.
through Beasley, and Fred's having none of that.
I would have thought Ash Jennings had the crowd there. We all knew it was
He
holding the
should have
ball.
just waited
The fingers should have been brushing the grass there, Ash Jennings. We'll give him some feedback after the game.
Could have just taken your time.
A little bit of me time.
Good work. Good tackle by Fred Beasley. Finds
Scanlon.
Scanlon.
Charlie Scanlon plays on, just trots around the boundary line. His kick's short of the target. That's Cahill. Cahill pushes Mungine off it. Good solid
tackle
tackle.
by Aidan Gordon.
Aidan Gordon wraps up Jack Carlin.
Oh, Norm's getting in the way of... Oh, Norm.
Norm, that's silly. Silly.
Hang on a minute. What's going on there?
He's played at 50 metres.
Behind play, I think. He gave him a rub on the head, and then Huey Worrell sort of said whether or not he got dropped after that, or he fell over, lost his balance.
But it
Not
wasn't
sure.
their free kick.
Not sure what happened.
So it was another short 50 anyway.
Yeah.
But Cahill
He got
just takes his
sucked
time.
in there by... Did Hugh Worrell?
In front of me, yeah, that was just Rob running Louis Cahill on the head there.
Yeah,
that
but
was
it a free
that was
kick
the original
against-
free kick.
No, the free kick was against this man, Carlin.
So
for holding
I'm not
the
sure
ball.
how it can be 50.
And then it was a 50-metre penalty for a rub of the head.
Right, this one home for us, Cram.
You got a good angle there, Harry. No,
Off
kick on its way. Doesn't make the distance. Oh, Brown tries a flying...
Well, Kirkwood goes to rushes it through,
snap
forgets
at
to take
goal.
it with him almost. So Edge is going to take the kick out. Plays on. Sort of stops, kicks off one step. Jamison, good fist there from Wallace. Well read by Lockie Reed. Reed down the line. Day's the target. Day can't quite reel it in, and it's an almost. Good handball back.
He doesn't
Again.
have possession of the ball, does he?
He
Cooper
didn't.
Day.
Henry Canard takes it. Handball knocked out though. Coots bowls one over. Caleb Kavanagh gives it, but ripped off by Brad Bull. Ball to Coots. Coots
Hey boys,
gives it back.
I've just had Norm Mungine come up to me and tell me, watch this, I'm going to kick snag of the day here. So let's expect something big here from him.
Big high. Oh,
Wow.
Cooper Day almost takes mark of the day. Well done there. Oh, might have been a questionable hand pass. Curran gets the kick back to centre half back. Play seems to stop. Jonah Marr handballs to Coots. Coots throws it on the boot. Hare's the target. Just too strong for Weiss. Hare, bang, 8.
8.
8 for Hare.
There's nothing young Nathan Weiss can do there. He's just too big and
literally
strong.
all
He was
his weight
playing in
going.
front. A good experience for the young kid to be playing on a really good forward like this. He's only going to be better for the experience. And as we see on the Gleeson Real Estate scoreboard, Allansford leading 13 goals, 11.89 to Kolora Noorat 6.642 on the Gleeson Real Estate scoreboard. And that's number 8 for Robbie Hare, the big full forward, moving his season's tally out to 75. Can he get to 80 goals today, Millsy?
Oh, I think he'd be aiming for it. You called for it at the start of the day.
I said 30. Well, he kicked 12 last week. He could get 13 today to get to 80. So that is be another solid season of football for Robbie Hare as the ball's thrown back up, and it's Wallace down to Cahill, who drops it, but he's good enough to butter up. But no, Marr, quick kick forward, looking for Coots, but in the way is Daniel Carr. Carr, quick kick outside, finds Scanlon, who wheel back on that right boot, back inside forward 50, leading up. No, but in the way is Drake. Drake will go back out to the junction side of the ground, and it's a good mark, finding Aidan Gordon, who's come into the game after starting off half back in that first term. He may have moved back to half back in this term. Gordon now, quick chick over the way, finds Marr, and that is a contender for the Kelly Screamer.
Absolutely.
Got a bit of height, bit of a step up off his opponent in front.
He finds Gris. Gris bangs it along to Hare. Hare's the target. Gordon brings it to ground. Well done there by Nathan Weiss, but it only goes as far as Cooper Day. Cooper Day has kicked it high, and not very far. It's gone high. Sticky fingers, Gordon can't grab it. Day gets it again, same spot where he just kicked it from.
Good
Gris
handball.
handball, great relief handball there to Drake, but Paddy Drake's one-step kick found by Henry Kennard, who plays on quick down the ground.
Hey, boys, I've just gotten around the ground too from the Collegian's Vale game.
Yeah, how's it going?
It's currently Vale 62 to 33 midway through the third quarter.
Well, that's a tight tussle, and after what happened a couple of weeks ago with Naranda, it's good to see that Collegians have come to play. Kick inside, finds Gordon.
Geez, that was casual, wasn't it?
It
Just
was.
waited for it. Just casually knew it was coming.
Probably knew he had a bit of time, did Aiden? He's going to take his time here. What is he going? He's going to look for a target forward, kick, and finds Day. Just with that running capacity of Cooper Day, he just burns a lot of opponents off. Day, kick inside, looking for Hare. Good body work. Could have been a push in the back, and it's Swan.
On the left, Ruben Swan.
Oh,
Ruben Swan.
what a finish by Ruben
finish.
Swan.
That's his second.
That's his second. Not quite as good as his first, but pretty good there. Ruben Swan, that's his second for the day, and moves Allansford score out to 14 goals, 11.95. And Kolora Noorat 6.642 on the Gleeson Real Estate scoreboard.
Fitz Media Live is the Southwest free on-demand streaming platform. It's the same as any streaming service with no costs. It's free to download, free to register, and free to watch our local programs, including Southwest local news, The Full Story, Silver Ball Sessions, and 4Y. Fitz Media Live also brings you special events. You can also use Fitz Media Live to stream to your TV. Fitz Media Live. Download it today.
Jamison and Wallace, I'll have that back again, says umpire Rebecca. I think
Rebecca?
Rebecca?
We probably need to find out her last name.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Just...
But she's been fairly good today.
She's been really good.
Throwing it back up at a restart. She knew we went back from a commercial. That's why she restarted
just give you a bit of time.
Keep an eye out for the flashing light.
Yeah.
No one's noticed our flashing light.
Yeah, we've got to just flick the lights of the van.
That's the flashing light.
Yeah, I don't think Millsy's smart enough to work that out, is he?
Maybe I could probably work out a button out here to make the front light
Some sort
flash.
of European model. I got no idea.
Yeah.
Marr kicks out of the centre, over Day's head, decides to go for the mark, but doesn't go for the mark. Henry Kennard can't pick up. He's just going to keep paddling it. Webster Bamford, the hyphen, takes it out back where it came from. Lovely kick out and finds Robertson. Socks up, mustachioed. He would have fitted in the 70s/80s. Good mark there to Bailey Kavanagh.
With an E.
With an E.
With an E.
Sorry.
Kavanagh's
kick. Oh!
Good contest there by the hyphen.
What a contest from the hyphen and
Courage.
Bradley Edge. They both got up a bit sore after it.
It's fair to say, I think Bradley Edge is a little bit mad.
Well, yes.
Half crazy doing stuff, some of the stuff I've
It's
seen
not,
him do.
you can't pay advantage. Everyone had stopped, and it wasn't your free kick, Aiden. So you're
Smart
going to have to
move
give
by
it
Aiden.
back to Bailey Kavanagh with an E.
With an E.
Kavanagh kicks, it's long. McSween's the target. Good, big, classic backman's fist from Kirkwood. Edge gathers the spoils. Handballs, but runs out of bounds before he can think about it.
And where's do you know anything about Paul McSween? Because from what I've seen today, he leads up at the ball well. Just the kicking's just a bit off to him today.
Oh, yeah, well, Jake was used to be known as the better Evans brother to me. Told me McSween would start back when he's spent the whole game at full forward. So thanks for that. Stitch up, Jake.
Yeah.
Munchine through the pack to Edge. Edge throws it on the boot. It's a wobbler. Good luck marking that. It's a great contest between Kanar and Day.
Out to
Oh, no, sorry, that's Kanar there. He picks it up, throws it on the boot with that heavily strapped leg. Good fist from Flynn Gleeson going back with the flight and well read by Drake. A banana. Grist is the target. Can't mark. Brings it forward. Oh, yeah, no, I didn't have it there. Oh,
Cade threw it back quite hard.
Ethan,
Could see that being paid as 50.
Ethan Weiss finds Beasley. Beasley out wide, right in front of the Allansford change rooms. Munjoon's moved back off the mark, so he's running around with the hands in the air. And McSween's the target, but another strong spoil from Joshua Kirkwood. Right on the three-quarter time siren here at the Allansford Recreation Reserve.
They just move it a bit slow in going forward to Kolora because McSween does get a bit, and Kirkwood has a really good closing speed and shuts him down. So
at three-quarter time here at the Allansford Recreation Reserve, it is 14-11-95 to Kolora Noorat 6-6-42. But in that 6-6-42, we've probably got four contenders for the QX3 goal of the day.
Tell you what, it's going to be tough, I reckon.
No, three. Three contenders from Kolora, two from
And I don't know
Allansford.
if you've noticed, Nick Mills, but Walks has modified his sheet so he can keep better track of these goals and all these awards.
I wish we could get the camera in the van to have a look at his
He's
sheet. 'Cause
efficient.
I've bought a notebook that has seen far, far better days. There's stains on it that I don't know what they are.
Oh, goodness.
And the pages stuck together.
Oh, no.
There's some of me recipes for the footy club. There's some job quotes in there.
What about
and
some
not much else.
What about some stuff on the smoker? Any smoker recipes?
No, that's all in the head, mate.
Someone was, who was I talking to last night, was telling me about you and your smoker, and
he's a gun.
You know, it was Reece Raymond. I had to go and pick Reece Raymond up from Woolsthorpe last night, and on the way back in, we were talking shit, as you do.
As you do.
With 40 minutes of travel time, and we were talking about smokers, and your name popped up.
As the king.
As the king, he goes, I'm
king
not
of
too
smoking.
bad myself, as Reece would. I said, well, you might have to get under. Oh, no, I've got to finish this job here, and I've got to finish my house, and then maybe we might get some. So he was talking your smoking up of meat.
Well, at least it's different than Millsy talking his own smoking up.
At least I know when to strap mine down when I take it.
This is true. I was waiting for it.
Absolute beautiful bit of kit on the back of the ute, and apparently you don't need straps.
And that man on screen there, far left, Sean Watson, had a front row seat to that absolute debacle of a trip home from Nelson. On that note, we're going to take a break on WDFNL Game Day. Come back for the final quarter and see if Kolora Noorat can apply a bit more goal pressure on the scoreboard when we come back.
Hi, I'm Roma Britnell, and I'm your local Member of State Parliament. Together we can make the South West Coast an even better place to live. But I need you to let me know what's important to you. Only then can I truly understand your aspirations and be the best representative for you. Feel free to drop into my office and share your thoughts with me. I'm also online at romabritnell.com.au or catch me on social media. I'm here to work for you. Let's make it happen and let's make a difference.
We use the Ridley team, make a phone call, I get high quality advice. We tend to have 6 weekly visits from the team where we do a full farm walk and herd health check. They check in on production and the feeding rate. It's something I don't have to worry too much about because I'm always comfortable that they will have it under control. The feed that comes out of Ridley's fully confident every day of the year that it's high quality grain or pellets.
At SHB Wealth Advisors, we believe in empowering our clients to own their future. We do this by partnering with the best financial advisors to deliver great advice. We are part of your local community and are active supporters of sporting clubs throughout Warrnambool and Port Fairy, providing a range of wealth advice to assist you with every aspect of your financial situation. SHB Wealth Advisors. Investing in our community, investing in you.
As pet owners, we understand that pets are a cherished member of your family, fully integrated into your life. They are with us in our most important moments and share in our milestones. Resting Waters Warrnambool Pet Cremation is committed to delivering a compassionate and respectful service to assist your family through their grief. Resting Waters Pet Cremation, honouring your pet for their lifetime of love and devotion.
The Tyre Factory Warrnambool is proud to support the local motorsport industry. Jeff and the team would like to wish all their drivers the best for the 24-25 racing season. The Tyre Factory Warrnambool, for all your tyre and mechanical needs. Raglan Parade, Warrnambool.
Welcome back to the Allansford Recreation Reserve, and we're getting set for the final quarter. Some fantastic shots coming to us down from the boundary, thanks to Trav. That was inside the Allansford huddle there, boys. And what are we looking for this quarter, boys? Hopefully Kolora Noorat can come out and add a couple to their tally.
Yeah, look, I mean, that quarter they added a few to the tally there.
Well, they kicked 3 goals.
They kicked 3 goals with some really good passages of play where they used the ball. They took their time, but not too much time, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And they lowered the eyes instead of blazing away. I think they probably then waited a little bit long with a few entries to McSween, which put him under the pump.
Yeah.
But I think, knowing Sam Newland, he'll just want that same effort that we've seen Henry Canara and Bamford throw in the back line there for the first 3 quarters. Across the whole team, that's all they want. They just want scrap and a bit of heart.
Bit of show a bit here for the last term. It's going to be tough. They're a man down.
And Henry Canara is hobbling like an old man. That leg is very heavily strapped.
It is, yeah. He's done well to be out there. He looks like he'd get a corky. And Allansford, I would think it would be hairy watch. He needs to get 2 to get back-to-back 10s and 5 to get 13 to get his season tally up to 8.
Absolutely, and I think, Liam, we
do. We're about to cross down to the boundary. Harry's got a bit of a summary as to what the coaches had to say. Harry, what's all the goss coming from the huddles down there, mate?
What I got from the Allansford was not to be complacent and just keep going. Let's really get a good, strong win on the board here and not get them much and really push. And from a power perspective, I didn't get a lot. Tried to listen to the end of it, and they just said mainly was just be up about 8. Let's not get beat by a fair bit. So the contrast in there, but 2 different things, but both completely understandable for both teams.
Fantastic insight down there in the boundary, boys, as the ball gets thrown up for the 4th quarter.
And a clearing possession by Cahill, deep inside forward 50 for Kolora. Handball out by Edge. No, that's Bull. Back to Edge now. Edge will pump it forward, looking for Mungine. That's a hold.
It's strong.
Still hold, mark, you name it. Ash Jennings. And it's a kick in by Mungine, looking for Jamison. Jamison wheels onto that right to Hare, one out.
Oh, pushed under it every day of the week. Oh, and look at the signal from Hugh.
What was
that?
The
pushes come from behind his back.
Really?
Bit of theatrics.
He's hammed it up big time.
Absolutely.
We have recorded. We've wanted some David Roden action from the umpires. Huey? I reckon Huey Worrell could do a couple of one-arm push-ups.
Snapping around the corner for number 9, and Robbie Hare takes his tally for the day to 9. And he leads Kolora Noorat comfortably, as do Allansford. And the score is 15-11-101 to 6-6-42. And Robbie Hare's got 9. And my maths is pretty good. That's 54 plus 2 points. Robbie Hare on 56.
Warwick can reset. Amy's
leads
got
Kolora by 16 points. Great effort. And I've already
can
put down
reset.
for the best
Warwick's
players
live.
a special mention for Nathan Weiss.
He's learning a
after
lot.
the game. He's tried hard, but the amount of ball that goes into the Allasnford forward line, the young kids on a
That was the only real error he's made. He's just given it a good old-fashioned push.
Correct, he did.
The rest of them here, he's just been too strong, I would have thought.
Amy's live.
Great kick by. And
the
centre square infringement. It's all happening here at Allansford. And it's not your kick, Cade.
But he's going to take it because Jamo's just disappeared. So Sticky Fingers Gordon's going to drive it along. Good strong mark in front of Aiden Gordon.
See what happens when you try and look for your brother.
Amy.
You're not in the backyard
so
now,
kick it
Cade.
away from him.
Wallace now, who's been very good for Kolora today. Wallace, he's tried his guts out to Caleb Kavanagh.
Been good too. Kavanagh just once.
What's going on here? There's lots of whistles. Hang on.
Got a bit of confusion.
We have got a bit of
It
confusion.
looks like that first
Everyone's
free kick
confused.
for inside the square was actually meant to be a Noorat.
Oh, there you go.
And just couldn't quite hear that umpire there.
Cade Gordon
he's
just played.
50 years old. He needs to talk up.
Well, that's true too. Wallace.
How's the insight from the boundary? Good stuff.
Love this from you, Cream.
Wallace goes to the barrel, but it kicks a sack.
Ugly barrel, but it's the intent that counts.
Does that,
Edge
does that count?
Nah, he tried.
No.
Good
good
mark
strong
by
mark from
Cahill.
Louis Cahill. Right, just outside 50 metres.
Now we can see a barrel.
Oh, yeah, why not? Come on, Louis. Torpia.
I don't know if Louis' old legs will have it in him.
Chip
Louis'
kick.
In
the way is Brad Bull, and it's Bob Dillon. Or as his mum and dad called him, Joel. Dillon lining up for goal number 7 for Kolora.
Let's back him in, boys.
They must have mistaken that. And
That's a
got the name
contender,
wrong.
surely, for the
That
Screamer.
is a contender.
Add that to the list.
We'll add it to the list.
Add it to the list. Put
Gives
him
us a
down.
discussion
I'll
point.
beat this steering wheel like a tambourine man if
Oh,
he
here
gets
we
it.
go. Oh, I love that, Nick. Well done.
Dillon now coming in. Stutter step. Drops ball on its way.
And
Good
he's
kick
done
at
it.
goal, and it's
Get on the horn there,
another
Millsy.
goal there.
There it is.
To Kolora Noorat.
Bob,
And that's Joel Dillon's first for the day. And it moves their score on to 7-6-48, trailing Allansford 5-11, 15-11, 101 on the Gleeson Real Estate scoreboard.
Hi, it's Rob from the Vet Group. Heifers are the future of a dairy herd, and the Vet Group is here to help your heifers meet their potential, whether that's by monitoring worm egg counts or mineral levels, or designing a vaccination calendar to help prevent infectious disease. Our techs and vets can make things easier for you on farm by weighing heifers, assisting in synchrony programs, and teat sealing heifers to prevent mastitis at calving. The Vet Group, making herd care easy.
Wallace, hack kick forward out of the centre. Kirkwood crumbs it though. Oh, well done by Kai Tonkin. Kai Tonkin kicks it. And, lovely mark there from Ben Lee, who plays on straight away. Had the momentum. Gives it out to Edge. Edge, one-step kick. Is short for Gris. No, that's Flynn Gleeson. Picks it up and spins. Finds Jamison. Jamison looks inboard. That's Zach Jamison. Finds Jonah Maher. Great strong mark. A true centre half forward. Switches across to Gordon. It's Aiden. Just takes his time. Hare, the target's Hare, long. Hare finds position. Has one bite. Well taken there by Bamford. Handball's out to, that is Oscar Curran. Curran's kick. Oh, misses the target badly, unfortunately, to Swan. Swan goes straight back in and gives it to Weiss. Nathan Weiss. His kick comes out to...
That looks like Carr.
Carr, who was
Jumping
limping badly earlier.
Jumping my car.
Getting some advice from the bar. He just kicks down the line. Kirkwood can't mark it. Goes for a 3 deep. Fred Beasley grabs it.
That's either too high or holding the ball, but the umpire's called for a ball up. Fred's tried hard today.
Oh, he's been very, very good for his team. Just showed the way with just some hard hits on the ball.
Yep.
Hard hits on the man, which is what we pay
like.
our money in to come and see.
Wallace wins the tap down at Scanlon first on a good pressure by Ball's not coming out of there.
Starting to cramp is Fred Beasley too, by the look of that.
Yeah, he's as
heavy.
I said,
It is quite heavy. The ground's actually, it's not chopped up, but it's heavy.
It's the Kikuyu
Oh,
out there.
I was waiting for it.
It's the
I thought it
Kikuyu
was
with a bit of water under it. It holds the water. Does the Kikuyu grass.
I thought it was the far side where there's just wheel marks from the tractor.
Boys, around the grounds, thanks to the Vet Group Mac Oval, Naranda 9.5, 59, leading Creek 7.749. So 10 points in it at the Mac.
Interesting.
So Mars just gone down with one from Wallace. Very, very slow to get up.
Day, handball inside. McFarlane steps around, and it's Mungine on that left peg, and he called for he was going to kick the goal of the day.
Not yet,
because that's a terrible kick
that's
by
not
Paul
it.
Mungine.
When he comes to
he's
next time, he
he's
comes
just
to the
telling
bench.
Huey
Cram.
Worrell as well. I was trying to get the goal of the year there.
Yeah,
When he comes to the bench next, Cram, let him know that he's got to kick a goal for it to be a goal of the day.
It's got to count.
Weiss running it out, and Robbie Hare goes, "Oh, where's the man?" Robbie Hare's now all by
Reload.
himself. And should just mark this, and does.
Uncontested mark.
And should just mark
He should
this.
just mark it. Well, it was a perfect kick. His man had taken the kick out from full back, and Robbie Hare was
And he
going, where's
just
he
marked
gone? I'm waiting for the ball to come back in, but he got it and ran it out, and he was 25 metres away from him. Was young Weiss.
Whisper.
Hare lining up for goal number 10
Oh,
on the day.
double figures.
For back-to-back bags of double figures, and the umpire does not move, and that's
And
his
he's
10th
done
for
it.
the day.
10.
We probably should put him in the best players.
No.
He's going okay.
No.
He's only doing what he's meant to do.
Well, he now leads Kolora by 22 points.
Oh.
So Allansford 16-12-108. Kolora Noorat 7-6-48 on the Gleeson Real Estate scoreboard. But it's been a really solid effort so far from Kolora. They haven't put the cue back in the rack at all.
No, they haven't thrown the towel in. It's been good. And it's just if you take Robbie Hare's hair out of the team, it's a close game. It scores a level if Robbie Hare's not playing.
And it's pure. I think it's purely as much as Nathan Weiss has done a good job. They're just undersized. There not many teams have someone that can match up on him. As Wallace bangs it out of the centre.
Tries a barrel again.
Cahill might have been held. Drake takes it on. Somehow gets the handball.
Yeah,
doesn't get
good
the handball.
decision.
Holding the ball. He had plenty of time.
It was just incorrect disposal, and it's Kavanagh with a knee. Looking for Brown. Bustling out from full back. Lewis Cahill at the fall of the ball. Snap on goal. And
point. Mattress get a bit of animation. Well, we've got
he's probably trying to stay warm down there.
I think Harrison's got some info for us on the sideline there. Harrison, you there?
Look like Charlie Scanlon there. He's walking around the boundary. Same with 26 for Noorat. Both testing out their ankles here, nor did they slowly limped off. And now, both just doing a bit of circ work, walking around.
Probably put him on the ice, you reckon, Harrison?
Oh, could be an option.
Gordon's handball to ball back in, doesn't find it. Gordon just hacks it off the deck and get it forward. Cooper Day takes on the traffic, finds Grist. Grist bangs it forward. Hare's the target, but it's going to fall short. Weiss does well, but Hare picks it up first. Throws it to the top of the square. And a good solid mark there by the hyphen, Keelan Bamford.
Clearing kick finds Beasley. Beasley will chip it sideways to... I can't see who that is. Back inside finds Robertson. The sock up man.
He's popped the finger.
Oh, gotta love that. Late in the day, he's popping a finger. Hollow for a Marshall, he did. Taps it out to Beasley. Kick finds Curran. Good play by Kolora. Curran. Josh Brown, you've got to make it easier for the kicker and go to his side to make it easy.
Easy mark.
Last time I checked, there's not a Nathan Buckley type football that can spot that from 50 metres kicking across the body into the wind.
So it's a Grist, one step, gives it a good roost off one step. Cooper Day's the target. Oh, he's come down heavily as Cooper Day. Just chopping the arm as he paid.
He's back. Oh, he's up.
Probably paid too high there against the hyphen. It was just a legitimate
bit of sore ear hole there for Cooper Day.
Cooper Day probably deserves a goal himself. He's been fairly...
What does he do here? Does he go to the top?
No, he just kicks a drop punt, mate. He kicks it on the wind. It's like hitting it down breeze with the driver, mate. Tee it up and let it just ride on the wind.
No, I wouldn't do that.
No,
day.
Liam hits the driver and they dribble along the ground usually.
Crosses 50, kick on its way. It's a low, poor ball drop, but has the journey and
That's
the
a goal.
accuracy. Great finish by Cooper Day, and probably caps off a really good day at the office for Cooper Day. I think you said earlier, Millsy, that he probably needs to kick a few more goals. That would probably
Warwick can reset.
I think add another string to his bow.
Yeah,
'cause he
really,
presents really
it's a pretty petty gripe.
Yeah,
but he looks to pass it off all the time.
He's too unselfish.
Too unselfish.
He needs to.
I understand you got Harry down at goal square, but you don't have to. You're centre forward for a reason, mate.
Yeah, but he does do a power of work leading up, and he's a very good conduit from the back 50 to the forward 50. As umpire Rebecca brings the ball up, and there's a bit of Norm being Norm.
Oh, wanting everything.
Ball thrown up, one down by Wallace, down to Kay Gordon. A little bit of a push in the back by Fred Beasley, and no advantage there. Kay Gordon's played very well as well today.
Sticky fingers Gordon
Looking
kicks at
for
Jamison. Finds a lovely weighted kick to Zach Jamison's advantage right on the 50.
Covered man in Zach Jamison, looking for that man in hair. Good body work by the high.
Ronnie Jamison takes the crumbs.
Slams in another.
Oh, he's just giving a little shimmy of a celebration there
really?
for Ronnie Jamison.
Good work, Ronnie. And that moves the scoreboard on. It sees Allansford 18 goals, 12-1-20. To Kolora Noorat 7-7-49 on the Gleeson Real Estate scoreboard.
Netflix plans start from $7.99 per month. You pay $12 per month for Stan. Disney Plus costs $15.99 per month. And some news subscriptions cost $20 per month. Southwest local news and other programs on Fitz Media Live are free for you to enjoy, but we need your support. Set up a voluntary donation of as little as $3 per month, and you'll be helping us continue to keep local news and public interest journalism free for our community to ensure we can keep you informed now and for decades to come.
Wallace with a big tap forward out of the middle, only as far as Louis Cahill will get the free kick for without the ball.
Too high.
Too high, was it?
Too high,
I think, it was 6-1, half a dozen the other. So Cahill drives it forward.
McSween probably deserves a goal, McSween. He's worked hard all day.
I think Tonkin may have missed the ball with the handball. Keeps going out now. Lockie Reid just throws it on the boot. It goes high and wide, and
Oscar
only as
Curran.
far as Oscar Curran can't complete the mark. Day might have been legged. No. Handball by Gordon. Sticky fingers Gordon. Handballs it to himself. Doing his own thing now in the second half is Cade Gordon.
Well, that's too high.
Grist taking far too high by Justin Wallace.
Grist will give it off to Gordon now. Gordon will streaming through the middle of the ground. Out to that man in.
Oh! Jonah Marr, you just dropped the...
You just dropped the Kelly Screamer Award for the day.
Absolutely.
That's twice now today. He's dropped it.
Disappointing.
And it's Marshall out to Curran. Curran under the new light tower here at the Allasnford Recreation Reserve.
What's going on in there?
Finds Kavanagh. Caleb Kavanagh has it now. Forward, kicking the ball forward, and it'll be, that's a push in the back. No, mark to Carlin, who's played that second ruck today is Jack Carlin. Carlin taking his time here. Kick inside forward 50, bit too far.
Tonkin was the target,
for
just
Tonkin.
didn't have the carry.
Kavanagh with an E over to Wheeze. Kavanagh now. Kick on its way. McSween in a 4-on-1. Good spoil. What's going on here? Free kick down the ground. And Paul McSween gets a cheapie in the goal square and probably deserves it because he's tried hard all day.
I sort of think that was as he kicked it. It was a pretty soft down the ground. But Paul McSween deserves one.
He probably deserves one. He's
no,
let
it's
up.
going to go to...
No,
yeah,
it
it's going to go.
Had to be McSween. He was the one flying against
the grain.
4 others.
I'm not entirely sure if you can just stop and not... He was bumping him as he was kicking it.
Yeah.
So McSween from the goal square makes no mistake.
Good work, Paul McSween.
Real life David Roden, Mattress White just gives it the all clear.
Look at him go. No,
and he's got a good wave.
He's got a good action, actually.
Mattress.
He does too. He gets them a bit tangled, I've noticed, though. Like, gets them out of the pole and just a little bit tangled at times. Look at him, just getting the notebook out.
I wonder if his brother-in-law's watching us.
I don't think so. I think he might be preparing for something else.
Yeah, he might well be. Is that next week it starts?
Next week, I think, yeah.
Beautiful. That gives me something to watch Thursday afternoon.
That'll be, but for those that don't know, we're talking about Mark Leishman, of course.
And the US Open, the British Open.
British Open next
From
week.
Ireland.
Yep. Apparently a tough track, too.
Oh, they're all tough tracks, mate.
No, they're not. Let's be honest. They make it look easy.
Yeah, well, they're tough.
Yeah.
They're tough. As we're waiting for the ball to come back, and on the Gleeson Real Estate scoreboard sees Allansford 18 goals 20. Kolora Noorat 18 goals 20. 18 goals 12.
He's a smoky too, Leash, I
120.
reckon. Just going back to the golf over there in the British Open.
Yeah, he's always a sneaky chance, is our
Well,
Mark.
if you think about it, he was in contention a couple of years ago with that awesome playoff with Zach Johnson.
Oh, yes.
Let's not remind ourselves, but doesn't mind links golf. So
Correct.
hopefully we're in for a chance over there.
Umpire Worrell throws it up, and it's Jamison and Wallace that do battle again. They've been at it all day, those two.
been
And the
a
ball's not
great-
coming out. It has been a fantastic
Hey, boys,
duel.
have I got yeah?
Yeah, bud. You got us there, Cram?
Just looking over at the Allansford bench, young Jordan Aldridge is currently getting put on ice. Looks like a quad or hamstring.
Well, is ice going on the front or the back, Cram? Or is it all round?
Looking at the camera, it looks like it might be all round, I reckon.
Might be a quad, I reckon.
Might be a quad. I feel his pain. You don't realise how much you use it.
Did you have a double wrap, Millsy?
No, nobody even gave a shit about me, so there was no ice involved. They said, off your trot, mate. Go do something else.
Suck it up, princess.
So Wallace just takes it out of the ruck, his own ball, hacks it forward. Bailey Kavanagh and Edge gets it out to Reed. Reed kicks it back to the hot spot. Good mark
there by Nathan Weiss.
Ethan. Brother of.
Over to Caleb Kavanagh.
Kavanagh.
Out to big swing. Great kick.
Oh, there it is.
And that's what he deserved. He got one. He got the cheapie, but he's let up at the ball all day. And finally, Kolora have hit him lace out.
To his advantage.
He's tried his
Do we
guts
back
out.
him in?
Why not?
Yeah, well, he's got his tail
let's
up.
get him going.
He's going for back-to-back goals here.
Bang.
Swing, kick on its way. It's up. It's not going to make
It's
the
up.
distance.
Nah.
Punch by Edge down to Brown.
Brown. It only finds
denied by Edge.
Mungine.
Mungine. Lovely.
Was always coming back on that left foot. Gleeson. Good
solid
mark
solid
by
That's
Lynn
a good mark.
Gleeson in the blue boots.
Helps him up.
As Gordon helps him up. Kick
Gleeson's
down the
kick. It's gonna be
wing
close.
looking for Marr, and it's intercepted by Oscar Curran. Who's going to be a really good player is Curran.
Oh, Curran's kick not great.
Chopped off by Gordon. Gordon, good tackle on Kanar, the Will variety. Ball's, he's dragged it back in. No, it's out. As umpire Worrell will rush in and ball it up. He won't waste any time.
God, he looks fit, Huey. Look at him go.
And it's Wallace and Jamison. Wallace, clear winner. Run on the ball by Robinson.
We got this one's calling out of bounds. This one's calling out of the full.
Oh, what's happening here?
Conjecture.
It's the meeting of the minds.
Where's our boundary rider? Here we go.
Oh, no, out of bounds on the full.
There it is.
And Mr. Robinson here is chuckling away, and Norm Mungine's not. He's chuckling away. I reckon he's conned the umpire in there, and they've probably got what it deserved, but good on him. Dropping the ball against Coots.
Oh, here we go.
Kavanagh, kick outside, looking for the big swing.
Lace out.
But Max Kavanagh in the way. Hollifer and Marshalls dived on it, and Ash Jennings says, I'll have it, boys, and we'll throw it up. There was a bit of byplay there.
Absolutely.
It's late in the game, 20 minutes gone in the final term.
Load it up.
And they were just having a bit of fun with the boys. And Kolora have stuck to their task. They could have been blown away. He's probably dropped
he's dropped his head. No, he definitely dropped his head down looking for the free kick, which Ash Jennings was more than happy to point out.
Yeah. And Huey Worrell says, I'll have it, boys.
I've just had contact from Steph Unger. Steph and Brett, obviously overseas.
She's
just watching the football on her phone and sent me a photo of a nice tropical beach.
Stop it.
Excuse me.
What about
Hopefully
what about the skipper? Where's he? What's he doing?
Probably next door, I'm guessing.
No, I
Fitzy.
think he'd be doing something else.
Mungine inside looking for Grist. And a good spoil there by Kanar, who's probably been one of Kolora's better players for the day, as Henry Kanar back in after an injury.
Fred Beasley have been really, really good today,
Yeah.
I think, for the power. They've led from the front.
I'd hate to think where they'd be without Fred, Henry and Lewis today. They've been...
And of course, the co-coach has been... It's
Wallace.
been a great ruck battle between these
has.
two, as again. So Wallace gets it down, but only as far as Coots, who's wrapped up in a strong Charlie Scanlon tackle.
And umpire Rebecca will throw it up under the new light tower.
Can
there.
someone just send in Rebecca's last name, please?
Well, we've got a free kick
And
for a
she's gonna
hold.
pay holding the man, and it's going to Zach Jamison. Jamison pumping it long inside, looking for Hare. Good courage.
Bang.
by
Oh, goes through Hare's
Curran.
hands. He should hold it, drag him. He's got to mark them ones. As the hyphen Bamford comes across the face. That was a joke. Oh, Robbie, if you watch this back later.
As the battle of the number ones, and Max Kavanagh wins out.
Look at the bar. Loaded with fans.
There's a few there, isn't there?
Nathan Adams, put some pants on, you idiot. It's cold.
Has he got shorts on?
Yeah,
You
comes
can't
back
be
in.
serious. There he is too, in the background.
I can't see him.
Right behind the kicker. Right there now on the screen. Look
But
at
he's
him.
leaning against the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an idiot. Kicks down the line. It's Lee and Bailey Kavanagh. And Munchin takes a mark. How did he manage that?
Kelly Screamer too.
Yeah, he's just pushed sort of into the mark.
It's a flat, terrible kick by Norm Mungin after that. He had more time to get the ball inside forward 50.
I can see Nars there. She was just in shot. Down on the boundary.
Who was that, Liam?
No.
With our legendary commentator, Bridget.
Who's now heckling the boundary umpire.
Yeah.
Hare taps it out, days the target, and Jonah Marr picks it up and has a snapshot, but taken through by the hyphen
The human hyphen.
Webster Bamford. Did see his old boy Johnny here earlier.
Kolora bringing it back in straight to Charlie Grist.
There is no lonelier place on earth when you screw up a kick in that badly. Oh, no.
I wonder, no, blue and white can't be really mistaken for black and teal and white, can it?
No,
Hoops.
it is just a...
Now, is this a white jumper with blue hoops or a blue jumper with white hoops?
When I pull mine on, it's pale blue. But, when they let me occasionally.
Grist coming in, kick on its way.
Shank.
Kicked it off his shin.
They haven't let me put it back on since I paid the insufficient
Here we go.
intent.
Our boundary rider's got some feedback, boys. Go for it. Go for it, Harry.
Justin Wallace has come off for the first time I've seen in the last two quarters for a well-earned break. He's been killing it in the ruck against Zach Jamison, just competing, and he looks knackered down here.
Is that the medical term?
That's the technical term.
That's a diagnosis. Great work down there on the boundary. First time out today, Cram. Fantastic. Thanks for being a part of it.
Robinson finds Scanlon now.
He had no choice, otherwise I told my sister and my brother to make his life hell at work.
Ah, fair enough then. And it's Lucky
Follows it up.
Ray. Handball out, intercepted by Carlin. Quick
Scanlon.
handball to Scanlon. Mungine in the way.
Oh, big push there from Louis Cahill.
Wheel around back on that left foot. Straight to Kavanagh with a knee. Once again, this time it was mistaken for Kolora players.
Mark
And
out
it's
wide
Tonkin.
by Tonkin. Great mark. Looks
Tonkin's
inboard.
been okay today. Chip over the top, finds Max Kavanagh. And the thing is with Kolora, they're running the game out and these kids are getting time, games under them. Kavanagh back to Cahill, the veteran of this team. Kick inside forward 50 to a Crow or a Magpie.
Yeah, he saw
And
someone.
Edge tries to bust through the tackle and Brown will chase after the ball. Nothing doing there for Brown. They're back onto it now as Kolora.
Ray's on top of it.
Ray out, and it's is that Gleeson wrapped up in a tackle? It was.
By Caleb Kavanagh. Good strong tackle.
Good strong tackle, and the umpire will ball it up. 25 minutes. We'll call it 25 and a half minutes gone in the final
Drake
term.
takes it uncontested out of the ruck, but it hacks it forward. Ball
Jamison
doesn't bounce.
behind.
Marr takes it to Grist. Grist looks out wide to sticky fingers Gordon. It's going to be a race between Gordon and Henry Kennard, and he's just given a good push under the ball. Nothing wrong with that. Play on.
Kennard back inside. Poor kick by Nathan Weiss.
Probably just panicked
inside to Coots. Coots will get onto that left foot, pumping it long to that outer wing in front of the Roma Britnell sign. Hare leads the race. Jamison, no. Hare probably should have stayed away. Let Jamison have it one out, and it was Hare's man who wrapped him up in Nathan Weiss. Weiss now back to the outer wing, back forward or back flank for Kolora, and it'll dribble out of bounds in front of the Matco Hire sign here out at the Allansford Rec. And it's getting really, really chilly now out here, Millsy.
I don't even have the keys to put the window up.
It's a shame we couldn't put the window up.
Why? What's wrong?
It's very cold.
Gosh, you whinge a lot.
No, Millsy started it. He said it
yeah,
earlier.
absolutely. I just like to... I load the gun and let Paul fire the bullet.
Mungine pumping it inside forward 50. Good defence. Defence is spoiled by Hare. Ball bouncing around, and it's Grist and Coots
flicks it out to Ray.
Out to Ray.
Ray turns one way, turns back in the other, snaps. Here's the target. Oh, well done. Good mark out there by Scanlon. But it's only gone as far as McFarlane. Snaps around the body. It's coming back. No, not quite far enough. The
That
bar
would have been
tried.
a contender for the QX3.
Everyone at the bar was on a 45-degree angle trying to send it
They
through.
were blowing it. Clearing kick by Kolora finds the Hyphen. Hyphen gets it. Shepherd.
Inside.
Run a long way has the Hyphen, but no. Play on. And it's Reed. Reed pumping it back towards the bar and Hare. And he's got his name written all over it. Had Robbie Hare.
Oh, right in the corner too.
Right
this is where he wants.
For a right footer, it couldn't be any harder, this kick.
Bridge is giving him some advice.
Is he going to kick a
Naz has got the close-up cameras out.
Yeah, she's on reels duty today for the
here we go.
He's got the banana set here as the big foot.
What's he got in
Robbie
store?
Hare, kick on its way. And it's a Chanana, as Benny Dixon would say. He set it up for a banana and it went, and then it goes the other way. He calls it a Chanana.
Is that so?
Mm.
Oh, what
Benny
a shame!
Dixon
The bar would have wanted him to get that one home.
He's probably
Surely,
a bit far out for a banana, to be honest. Probably should have looked to square it up.
So
And it's Scanlon bringing it back out. Intercepted, no, by Cooper Day down there. And here they go, Kolora deep from inside their back 50. Handball up by Curran to Beasley, over to Robinson. Robinson to the outer wing. A little kick over the top, finds Will Kennard. Tackled by Allansford. Bustling through the pack is Ethan Weiss. And the ball will dribble out of play.
how's your calculations going, Paul, for the awards?
Yeah, well, difficult today.
Difficult.
Yeah, there's
I know
been a few.
It's going to be it's going to be up for discussion, especially the goal and the mark.
Goodness me.
Best players, well, that's up to me.
Oh, Louis Cahill met with a heavy tackle there from Jonah Mart. Ball up right on Allansford's 50 Junction Hotel side of the ground.
It's just, it's going to be, there's been some serviceable players.
Oh, Mart thinks he's Ronaldo and tries to scissor kick it out of the air. And we've got a free kick to Robertson. He comes across, but his kick is very, very short. Finds Marshall. Marshall comes out wider. So it's a one-on-one, and it's a good, strong mark. Man in front. No, Keelan Bamford, Webster. Yeah, play on. Everyone stopped. Ethan Weiss comes down the wing and just misses the target. Stays in. Does. Stiff. A little bit of theatrics. He could have
Probably need to go to Hawkeye for that one, I would think.
Yeah.
The arc.
Mate, just throw it back in. As the bound umpire throws it back in. We missed our mullet one today, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bring us more
Cahill handball to Beasley, who just gets dumped by Gordon.
Do like the artist's impression of Paul Walker with a mullet, though, just quietly sent into the WhatsApp group.
Yes, it was quite hilariously funny.
Might show up on the selectors this week.
I thought it may have.
Classic Liam liking stitching his mates up.
Yeah, that's it. Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Liam? As the ball's bouncing around. Good handball up off the ground by young Matt Kennard.
Ma strips it, but then he's stripped of it and holding the ball. So it's going to be a free kick to Socks Up Robertson.
Come on, Robbo.
Someone telling you kick a tall. Kick a barrel.
Kick a barrel, Aaron. Is it?
Go for it. Lower up.
Ron?
AA Ron.
AA
He's going to
Ron.
kick a barrel.
He's going
to kick a barrel.
Go for it.
He's going to handball. Never handball.
Beasley.
Oh,
shouldn't have asked for it. He was loading up for a barrel. You ruined our
He's
fun.
back.
Beasley.
It's
got
up.
what it deserved, Fred. No. Could have gone to McSween.
Oh.
You don't
Bloody
go.
hell, Fred.
Oh, no.
Typical bloody redheads getting in the way of a barrel.
You don't go
The barrel was...
exciting us with the...
He was set up for it too, and then bloody Fred
Honestly, Fred.
runs past and then runs himself into trouble. Ball's thrown back in. Caleb Kavanagh, quick snap out of
Say again,
the
over.
pack, and the mattress is set.
There he is.
That's the point.
Jeez, he's going to need some. He's going to need some ice, I reckon, on his calf this afternoon after this game. Mattress
Doesn't
looks a bit sore.
I reckon he served me that.
Looks proppy.
You've been in the canteen.
Yes, he was in the canteen earlier.
He's been everywhere, man.
That could be another song thrown in the title,
Could
but that's
be.
not Bob Dylan. So
I've been everywhere, man.
Focus.
Gordon handball to Jamison, gives it out to Lockie Ray. Ray finds Mar, steps back inside, one step kick to Hare, and a beautiful mark on the lead to Robbie Hare. Now, this is
nice
more
cherry.
of his range where he likes to kick him from.
Like he's had a fair bit. I'm pretty impressed with his hands. He's got really. He must have enormous hands. The ball looks like the ball looks like it's an under-12s ball.
Looks like
in his
Stewie
hand.
Lowe holding a grape.
Yeah. He's got massive hands.
Oh,
He just
goodness.
wraps around him.
Does
His hair
too.
comes in. The wind's dropped here.
Oh.
Out at Allansford. He's coming in for number 11 on the day. Kick on its way.
It's ugly.
Oh, it's there.
It's not ugly.
Goal.
What are you blokes
went
are
like
right.
that.
What? Yeah, but it's still a drop punt. Come on.
Oh.
Spoke it like a true backman.
Spoken like a true forward.
Who, me?
Yeah, you. Pumping it up.
Talk about always look on the bright side.
Absolutely.
He's kicked 11 for the day, has Robbie Hare.
That's a good effort.
He's had a good day out. He probably should have 12-1. He missed a soda in that second term.
Absolutely.
And the scoreboard moves on at Allansford, 19 goals, 16, 130 to Kolora, 88-56 on the Gleeson Real Estate scoreboard. 33 minutes gone in this final term.
There's some shenanigans now carrying on at the bench there, some of the young lads.
Getting a bit tired.
Getting a bit
emotional.
over it.
Beasley
good
out
handball back.
to...
Oh,
I'm
not
sure
a
who that
great
was.
kick off the boot. Oh, Lee picks it up, handballs to Coots. Coots to Edge. Edge kicks out to the far side. Mungene's the target. Xavier.
Running out of time for his goal.
Handballs on to Aiden Gordon. He just takes a couple of steps, slows. He had Grist. He literally had Charlie Grist standing there with his hands wide. He had
Hands the
38
siren.
meters. Jonah Marr is going to go back and have a shot after the siren. Not that it's going to make a difference to the result.
No.
But it'll cap off a good game from Jonah Marr if he can convert.
Now we'll see a barrel, surely.
Nah. Just a drop punt, mate. Just a drop punt. He'll just go back and slot this through, Jonah Marr.
Now, this is where our boundary, he gets, young Harry earns his money here when he gets out there and gets some post-game interviews.
Marr now coming in. Kick on its way. And it's...
A goal.
A goal.
Oh! Fantastic.
It's a goal. Yep. Good work, Jonah Marr. Probably capped off a really good play. Day for Jonah Marr. He's been pretty good. Serviceable all day as well. And as we see... Allansford running out convincing winners by 80 points, and it's 20 goals, 16, 136. Pretty good. They could have kicked a bit straighter. To Kolora Noorat, 88, 56.
Goodness gracious.
They've fought it out well. They kicked a couple of goals up into the wind in that quarter, and Allansford put on 6 to run out pretty convincing winners. What did you say? You said 78 points.
Did I?
13 goals.
13 goals.
And you were 2 points out. So well done, Nick Mills.
Well, I don't know anything. I've just got lucky.
You just got lucky?
Just got lucky, mate.
Well,
Cram's going to down on the ground.
He's going to get himself an interview here.
He's just getting himself sorted, boys.
Who do we want him to talk to?
Well, I've already sent him after Mungene.
Ah, Norm.
So we thought we'd go and get the winning captain.
Hey, Harry, can you hear me, Harry?
Can you hear us down there, Cram?
Yeah, well, he's moving at the moment.
Crammy, can you hear us? No, he's just trying to get Norm. And Norm's coming over. I would have liked to have... hopefully, Crammy, and knowing the type of person Crammy is, he'll probably say something about how Norm mentioned he was going to kick goal of the day.
Righto, boys, I've got Norm here.
Got Norm. Righto, go for it, Cram. Off to you, mate.
Well, Norm, first off, how did you think you performed personally?
Not too bad. Got a couple of kicks, that's all that matters.
And as a team?
No, team played real well to win by 80 points. Not a bad effort, so coming into the final stretch, so pretty good.
What happened to his goal of the day, Cram?
And now, when you gave away that 50 for rubbing Louis Cahill on the head, as you ran back on, you told me you were going to kick goal of the year. Where was it?
I missed it.
Fair.
Good work.
Cheers. Thanks, boys.
Fantastic,
Good
Cram.
work.
Good work,
love it,
mate.
Cram.
Good work, Crammy.
Now he's onto it. Now his next assignment's the winning coach. Let's see if he gets it. I don't know what.
And the Allansford boys are waiting for Norm Mungine to
They
come
are
off.
too. They are checking. They're waiting for him. Look, we'll just follow them in here. Some great shots from Trav following them in, and we'll probably get the song as well pretty soon. The song's become a bit of a highlight of everything. Cram's going to get it. I reckon Cram will be in there singing it himself.
Yeah.
I reckon.
Yeah, no, he's a good kid. Is Harrison?
Oh, look out. We're starting to hear some action now. All right, we're going to cross down to the rooms for the song, boys. Hopefully the camera holds out.
He's going to get in there.
No.
No.
You got to stand in the doorway
There
of the
it is.
dungeon.
Got to go back out, Trav. Back it out a bit more, mate. Oh, no. Unconnected.
No.
Oh,
That's a shame.
that's a real shame.
Maybe they should make it technically friendly, these
Well, they're not
rooms.
stretcher friendly. They're not much friendly,
Yeah.
these change rooms. They need to be
No.
redesigned.
Need to be redesigned.
That's a shame.
It is a shame, but Allansford worthy winners today.
Absolutely.
They've played solid. Well, they kicked 6 goals, 5 goals, 6 goals from quarter time. It was a 3-goal each of 2 in the first quarter. But Kolora did stick to their task today. They didn't put the cue in the rack. They got blown away last week against Creek, where they got beat by 100+ points. But today, with a really strong wind, they just maintained the rage for the whole game, and they can be happy. Disappointed, but they weren't blown away by the second best team in the competition.
Absolutely. Boys.
No, goal scorers. They kicked 8 goals, but they had 8 goal scorers.
8
so
different goal scorers.
Everyone's contributing there in the forward line, and when they get their chance, they make the most of it.
Make the most of it. And that's probably where they fall down. They don't have someone like Ronnie Jamison popping up. Like Charlie Gristers. Did he kick a goal today? I don't reckon he did.
No goals to Grist.
He didn't
No.
kick a goal.
He spent a bit more time up the ground, being
up
that
in the midfield,
the one they use,
the high half forward type player. But like, you take Robbie Hare out of the game, he's kicked 11. They've only been beaten by 2 goals, but Hare's obviously the difference. He's kicked 11, and it wasn't he didn't. They weren't looking for him all the time, Allansford. He was made to work. Young Nathan Weiss played really well. Tough task for the young kid, and he stuck to his task all day. He could have got the brace and bits early in that second quarter when Hare was lining up for his 4th or 5th goal for the quarter, or 4th goal for the quarter, but he didn't. He stuck to his task and toiled hard. So.
Absolutely, and there's a lesson to be better for it.
He's going to be better for it, and they're very young. And if you can get a multiple goal kicker in there, and it was the way the ball went in, because we made comment all day about Paul McSween leading up on the ball. He made position, but the field kicking to him wasn't as good as Allansford's to Hare.
Yep.
And Hare being you kick the ball anywhere within his advantage, he's going to mark it. 8 times out of 10 because there's no one big enough to get around him.
Just noticing the billowing of smoke down out the bar. That must mean that there's been a decision made in the best players. A bit like when the Pope's...
We haven't even got that far
bit
yet,
like
mate.
when the Pope was found out. That could be... Well, I'm not saying we've decided on the best players. Maybe they have down there at the bar. But we do have to take a break so you guys can make a decision. And joining us after the break as well will be our debutant boundary rider, Cram, who's going to contribute his thoughts as well. But we'll take a break and we'll find out who takes all the awards for the day when we get back.
If you're buying or selling a home, Gleeson Real Estate are here to help. The hardworking team at Gleeson are happy to support you right through the buying and selling process. Gleeson Real Estate, friendly faces, expert local knowledge.
Norm?
Yeah, Norm was
Second?
good.
Do you think? Aiden third?
Cade.
Bell's Garden Centre has the largest range of sand and soil products in the southwest. People choose Bell's because you can't buy experience, and Bell's has plenty. With bulk product delivery available across the southwest, for your next project, it's got to be Bell's.
Like hair's kicked. And welcome back to the Allansford Recreation Reserve as we talk amongst ourselves to work out our best players. We haven't got to the goal of the day as yet, but obviously I'll start with the best players for the losers today.
Why don't you start with that? Cram joins us as well too, boys.
Good work, Crammy. Best player for the day for Kolora, I thought Lewis Cahill.
Absolutely.
Tried his heart out,
Yep.
led from the front, used all his experience. Fred Beasley was excellent as well. Henry Canar was really good as well down back. Justin Wallace in the ruck, toiled hard all day. And who else? Caleb Kavanagh. And a special mention, we have sung his praises. Yes, his opponents kicked 11 goals for the day, but Nathan Weiss stuck at his task all day. He didn't drop his head, didn't drop his bundle, and it's going to be a good learning curve for the young kid. Played in the ruck against Collegians when we broadcast that game, and then to go and play on the premier full forward in the competition was a huge effort.
Bloody
So-
Cram's just popped up at my window here.
There he is. He's here.
Like a little bit of cheese and just said, hello me.
Hello.
I'm standing right here.
Hello, Harry.
Great effort, Harry, today.
Hey, Walks.
You've done well today, mate. A couple of interviews. Your thoughts on the day before we move on to the best players for the winners?
For the winners, it's hard to go past the big fella.
Yeah.
Robbie,
Yeah.
11.
Ugh.
Looked like he was moving quite well for the big fella.
Yeah, no, good. So obviously we'll start off with the honourable mention. Crossing from South Warrnambool mid-season, Jonah Marr, he was really good. Aidan Gordon hurt himself last week, started on half back and then worked his way into the game. Cooper Day was tiresome leading up at the ball. I did say last week about Jack Primmer, young forwards in the competition. If you can watch Cooper Day and watch his work ethic and how he leads up at the ball and presents the ball and gives an out for the defenders coming out, you'll go a long way to become better footballers if you can watch these type of players. Kay Gordon was third best for Allansford, I thought. 2 goals, tough in the contest, tough in the clinches. Norm Mungine had a mortgage on it in the first half. A few cheeky things as Norm does, but played really well.
Didn't have much to say after the game, though, just quietly.
Nah, which is unusual for Norm. He loves to chat and whatnot. But
Asked for the interview too, I believe.
Absolutely.
Yes, ran over to Harrison Cram looking for, I'll have a chat.
Gave him nothing.
And then
Soon as
talks a big game. If you're going to talk a big game, kicking goal of the
Went for
day,
water.
As soon as we went live, that was it.
He didn't do that. But best player on the ground,
Kerman's
voucher with 11 goals, 2 was obviously the difference in the game. Robbie Hare, and he presented all day and gave his team a big focal target, and that's Robbie Hare with 11 goals. So well done, Robbie, on the Kerman's Hamburger Player of the Day. So now we come down to, we don't need Liam's input into the goals of the day. So
right.
anymore. Seeing we've got a third, but we might go to a vote here. For QX3 goal of the day. Liam, there was, I reckon there was 3 options.
No, I'm taking myself out of it.
You're taking yourself out of it? Okay.
I've got three boys in it today.
All right,
you,
so
Cram, and Millsy.
In the first quarter, Jack Carlin snapped one out of the goal, snapped one. And then Ruben Swan in the second quarter where he intercepted the mark deep outside of his forward 50 and ran through and got around a few. Lewis Cahill in the third quarter, snap around the corner. And Kai Tonkin. And the last one was Kate Gordon's intercept down here as well. So, Crammy, who do you think?
Well, I only saw Cahill, Tonkin and Kate Gordon's, and I got to say the step by Cade was quite quality.
Kate Gordon's, yep. Millsy?
Yeah, I really like Jack Collins. I thought we didn't need to worry about a contender after that one. I thought it was a great one, but Kate Gordon's for mine was probably goal of the day.
Right, so weight of numbers goes to Kate Gordon, goal of the day, and Kate Gordon could well be the first ever.
Oh, dual winner.
Goodness
me.
The QX3 goal of the day plus the Kelly Screamer.
Would you say that's making history?
It would be making history. First time ever that has happened. It's
pretty
So we've got
impressive.
3 contenders. We've got Kate Gordon in the, I reckon it was a one-hander down here in the first
it
quarter.
was sticky fingers.
That's right, sticky fingers. And Jonah Mars taking one here in front of us. He probably unlucky. He could have taken.
He dropped one. So
he dropped 2. He dropped one out on the outer wing and then one here as well.
So he can't win it because weight of numbers. He dropped.
Yeah, okay.
He's had 3 tries and only taken 1.
And then we've got Bob Dillon from Kolora,
a.k.a.
Joel, as his mum and dad called him.
Wrongly.
As per of his birth certificate.
So Joel Dillon from Kolora Noorat. So we've got a potential history-making decision here, boys.
No pressure, Cram, on your
Crammy,
debut, mate.
Over to you. Is it Kay Gordon, Jonah Marr, or Joel Dillon?
I reckon Joel Dillon's was quite quality.
Oh, Joel Dillon, 1 vote.
That's 1 vote. Cram.
Millsy?
Oh, I'm all about the history and...
So am I.
I'm all about Kay Gordon. Sticky fingers, one-hander.
But not only that, we called it Sticky Fingers at the time, and then for the entire day we called him Sticky Fingers.
We did.
So for that, not only did he win the QX3 goal of the day to Kay Gordon, he's going to be the first double winner of the 2 awards. Kay Gordon.
Insert sound effect right here.
No, insert Nick Mills talking about the day he got goal and mark of the day on the
say
same day.
And you know,
I knew there was a hidden thing for it.
Do you know
so
what else?
Kay Gordon wins the Kelly Screamer as well as the QX3 goal of the day.
And also opened up an opportunity for Nick Mills to self-promote himself again. To mention it. However, I do need to mention that time I got 6th best for Allansford in the under-17 best and fairest where I broke my nose. And on this very wing out here at the Cats was where my illustrious career came to a close when I tried to switch play for no reason and did my knee pretty much directly in front of where we're parked today. So
wow.
Just wanted to stitch that in as well while we were there.
Fair enough.
Way to steal Kate Gordon's thunder.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's all about
who won again? Who was the best player? I've forgotten.
Kate Gordon.
Oh, there we go.
The best
Ripper.
player was
Harry.
Robbie Hare with 11 goals too. And oh no, I'll leave that alone.
Oh, goodness me.
11 goals too.
The only time Paul Walker's been
speechless.
No.
Hey, I've sent you proof of my biggest tally, Liam.
You have. Exactly right. Speaking about
well
self-promotion.
done by Robbie Hare. It was entertaining to watch. It was a good game of football. It was a... How do you say this? It was a lot better game of football than I thought was going to happen when I sat down this morning to do...
your preparation.
All my preps for the players.
Tell you what else is going to be impressive, boys, is the selectors this week.
This week?
I did a bit of a bum steer on the weekend. I said it was coming back last week, but
That's right. You've got to build the suspense,
I was a little bit unwell last week, so I couldn't quite get into the studio to record it. But it is happening this week, Wednesday night, 8 p.m. The selectors will return.
It builds suspense,
And
mate.
we've got
The
some-
people are jonesing for another hit of the selectors.
We've got some guests lined up.
And we've got a huge exclusive.
Huge
A
exclusive.
huge exclusive that will change the landscape of the Warrnambool and District Football Netball League.
Well, once we're off air, you probably need to tell us what this exclusive is.
And that will be on the selectors this Wednesday night.
I reckon he's taken the P1.
No, it is not. History-making decision.
History-making decision.
Absolutely. Coming up on Wednesday night.
I actually picked one of our guests up on last night and took her and her partner home after a night out on the and she was a bit nervous.
Yep.
So I gave her a bit of a rundown of what some of the questions she may get asked.
Yep.
She didn't really. Hopefully, she answers the questions better on during the week because it will go down like a lead balloon. But I know she was pretty excited that we asked her to come on.
Is she coming on again?
Yeah, she's more than happy.
She's
to,
locked
mate.
in.
Yeah.
Same guest. So who we got? Jess Haberfield.
Jess Haberfield from Dennington and Timmy Knoll from Allansford.
Rip up, lock them in. Boys, well done. Great effort.
Well
entertaining. Thank you very much to everyone that tuned in. We've got some comments from Brett Hunger, top coverage. He was happy. Nanette Keeley out at Casterton. She was very happy with your performance today, boys. Thanks for tuning in. And Cram got a mention too here. Pamela Joy, well done, Harrison, watching from Portland. And
Pamela Joy.
Pamela Joy, is that your grandmother too?
Not too sure who that is.
That's his nana.
That's his nana.
That's his nana. Nana tuned in. She was pretty happy. But boys, well done. Looking forward to seeing you next week. Thanks for tuning in.
Where are we next week, Liam?
I have no idea. Let's wait and see.
Every week we get you, Liam. Maybe you should come prepared like me and Millsy.
Well, sometimes I do. Sometimes I do come prepared, but then it all gets changed, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'll give you a page out of my notebook that's quickly falling apart.
Could you imagine if I could talk properly, how good I'd be?
Absolutely. I don't know. Where are we going?
No idea. I'm at work.
We decided last week where we were going. We wound up here. So
I know.
We'll leave you make that decision.
It's a raffle. We never know. Somewhere where the best game is. Actually, next week's the bye, boys.
Oh.
Where I've got a weekend off.
Wow. I'll call that game really well.
Absolutely. That's going to be our best one ever.
Best work.
Yeah.
And then after that, we are going to bring you the Noranda Allansford game in round 14.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah, Sunday game.
So looking forward to that one.
Can we do a Saturday game as well?
No, I think we'll just do the Sunday. Can't work 2 days in a row.
Okay.
Until finals, at least. We've got to
double time in the front seat for the boys.
Absolutely. Will you be back around for that game, Noranda, Allansford, Nick Mills?
I have no idea, Liam. I don't know where I am tomorrow.
Well, we're looking forward.
Wherever Stacey tells me I need to be.
Looking forward to that game in a couple of weeks' time. Have a good weekend off, everyone tuning in, and we'll